Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gears Pro Circuit, Mexico City. Fallout here joined for the first time with Golden Boy, the national treasure and the global icon. Did I flip those?
Got to reverse it.
Sorry.
Global icon and national treasure. I'd appreciate it if you get it right. Darn it. It's their first day one.
One.
Can we also talk about the fact that Ribs changed clothing?
We had to take him shopping.
A little bit.
And he's Ryan Fools now.
He is indeed. A little bit of a wardrobe change. We're having some fun here.
A lot of jokes we could make from that direction.
Yeah, we got to make a lot of those.
Don't think it'd be good for the broadcast. We'd all be fired immediately.
But for real, all jokes aside, Golden Boy, how does it feel to be here in Mexico City?
Oh, it's a blast. I mean, last time I was in Mexico City, it was to commentate Halo for the Halo World Championship. It was a really great time. Got to see the passion of the Mexican community. But every time that I had an opportunity to talk to the Mexican Halo fans, they always said the same thing. You gotta come for a Gears of War event. And I was like, really, what's so significant? And they were like, it's insane. And it is, in fact, insane. We've had a packed crowd, packed pit. Everything's been awesome. I've loved it. This has been awesome.
Yeah, so I think this is proof now that Golden Boy, so once Golden Boy says that it's true, I think I heard that as a mantra.
This is true.
Yeah.
Once I say that this is a thing.
It's a thing.
It's official.
It's official.
It's official.
Right? He is on the Titan Games for all. And honestly, we keep saying it all event long, but if you guys have not made it to a Mexico City Gears of War event, add that to your bucket list if you're a fan of Gears of War or Xbox, because it's an experience like
I think
another.
if you're just a fan of video games in general,
It's
I
true.
think it's something that you just come out to because it's just very fun. And also, I mean, to be completely blunt, me and my wife, we got tickets to Mexico City for $250. Not bad.
Not bad at
New
all.
York.
Dinner for $17 for like $30 yesterday. It was
exactly.
And we
Fantastic.
eat good around here.
I had
we do.
so
Blaze
much
knows.
horchata. I mean, let's just say that there's a lot of fluids.
What's horchata?
It's basically rice milk.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's delicious.
That sounds
little
good.
bit of
It's not
cinnamon
a
on top.
description, but
Cinnamon,
it's actually very
little
good.
cinnamon.
Yeah,
you know
little
what I mean?
cinnamon. That makes
I've had a lot of horchata. It's a fact.
Needless
It's
to
fact.
say, we're having some fun here in Mexico City. We're doing some traveling, but also enjoying the Gears of War action. It's been a great day of gameplay so far. We saw a 2-1. The upset with Space Station getting taken out by Simplicity. Then, of course, Denial in their debut looking great. But upcoming, we have a great matchup. Reciprocity on the stage for the very first time. We talked about it earlier, multiple champions on that team, but rather than us talking about it, let's hear it from them themselves. We're going to throw it over to Pau for an interview on the main stage.
All right, we have the second best team here from Latin America. We got Elevate in the house, Exploits. Let's give them a hand, guys. There we go. So I'm going to ask you, being second best team here, representing the Latin American, Gears, how has this, opportunity been coming here? Are you guys ready to show up main stage? Now, eres uno de los mejores equipos segundo viniendo aquí. ¿Están preparados para estar aquí main stage?
Sí, la verdad es que estamos muy confiados. Sobre todo queremos demostrar que también somos un top team.
All right. Kenny, this isn't your first time here in Mexico. You've been here in the esports scene with Gears for quite a while. What makes this team different from all the teams that you've represented?
This team, honestly, I don't think it's much different. This team's not much different from the other teams I've had. All my other teams have been hardworking, and we, work on all of our problems. And this team has been, nothing different. We started off initially struggling online, and we've progressed a lot since the first day we played with each other, and that's all you can ask for.
So coming here to Mexico, there is a lot on the line. Obviously, this is one of the best, in my opinion, pro circuits in Gears esports. What is on the line here for your guys, coming here and representing your team and doing it here in Mexico City?
Honestly, this means a lot to us to just show up like we had before. Our team has a lot of doubt going into this event, and I'm not used to being in this position where my team's not even expected to get top 8 at the event. So for us, we're coming here to show up, and that's what we want to do. We got multiple champions, and we're ready to play.
Okay, una pregunta más. I want to know, do you have anything to say to your fans, your Latin American fans out there? ¿Tienes unas palabras para todos que están apoyándote aquí en México?
Sí, que daremos lo mejor para representar a México y saber que Elevate también representa a Latinoamérica.
Well, that's some hype for you guys right there. Shake hands, let's get this matchup started. And don't go anywhere, so we're gonna have something right after this short break.
I think we've made some solid progression online, you know, with our scrims and online practice. Whereas before, you know, my previous rosters this season, even last season, you know, that wasn't the case. You know, practice was an issue. If you're not learning something, every scrim, every map almost, you're doing something wrong. You're just going through the motions. So with this team, you know, I'm happy to say that, you know, we're improving always. I feel like my role in this team, mainly just being kind of a leader that sets by example almost. I try to be that rock on the team that keeps everybody composed, focused. That's pretty much my main job, I would say. You know, every match we can just bring it to a team. We can be the best overall team in the game in any given match. That's how I honestly feel. You know, I know we can beat anyone if we play like that.
King Lava looking to return to his throne, a 5-time Gears of War champion, now playing under the Reciprocity banner. Blaze, Golden Boy, do you think he has what it takes for the squad to do it?
Hell yes, okay? Kenny, I know him like the back of my hand, okay? A little bit of my DNA in him as well. Kenny gets the job done. In Pool A, like I said, the 7 players who in that pool who have won multiple Gears 4 championships. Kenny and Lava are a part of them. That is a hard-working team. I think Reciprocity should come out on top of this, only because I'm not sure how Elevate's going to handle the pressure, but they're a very talented team.
Yep. And honestly, if anyone can do it, like you said, it is Lava, it is Kenny, even Soto on this squad. Ribs and I were doing some math here in the break and talking about it. 3-time champion for Soto as well. He won 3 titles in Gears of War.
Yes, and we have to actually add one more title to Lava if you add the Invitational for Columbus. So he's a 6-time as well as me.
Who,
so
Soto?
Lava? 6-time.
Oh.
And then Kenny on the other end, 8-time champion, with all within Gears 4. So, you know, this is a new roster. This time they're not playing with explosives. They're not with mental. It's going to be different. They're with Demo and Sam.
But they can do it.
They're proven veterans, so I'm expecting them to show out this weekend.
Yeah, safe to say these players know what it takes to win at the championship level, but already down 0-2 to Optic Gaming. They might be down in the dumps. They haven't been performing incredibly well online and in 2Ks. They've missed a couple top 16 finishes in 2Ks, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they've been a part of some upsets in those 2Ks, some poor 2K performances out of these guys, but we know they're land players at the end of the day. They're thinking about the long game, and they've been just getting better, but we're about to see the fruits of that effort.
Yep. Meanwhile, we have Elevate. Golden Boy, I'm going to ask you, this is the number 2 team in Gears of War. Are you rooting for your fellow Hispanics here?
Yeah, you know, I have to say, I mean, I've been pretty impressed with this young roster. This is going to be the battle for second place. Keep that in mind, right? Because Optic Gaming, they're looking really, really good in that group. I think that this is going to be a very interesting matchup.
Yep, looks like we are just about ready to go here with map number 1 in the Gears Pro Circuit, Mexico City. Reciprocity going up against Team Elevate. Golden Boy and Blaze, take it away.
Woo! Thank you so much, Fallout. Appreciate it there, brother.
Oh.
All right. Well, Blaze, it's me and you.
It feels good, baby. You know, the last time we casted, I think it was San Diego.
That's right. It's been a hot minute since I've done some Gears, but a lot has changed since then, Blaze. It is now time to get into the action, get ready to go. We're going to be on board with Krista from this Elevate roster.
Golden Boy, you remember our first cast online, Excel's going crazy on Gridlock.
Oh my
online
goodness.
tournament, popping off on like 5 headshots in UE.
I know people, nice play there from Krista, able to take out Demo, but I was going to say, I know people probably get a little tired of it. I'll never forget casting the anniversary with Mental just popping off with the long shot. I mean, this guy was just savage. So good, so many memories from back in the day just doing those online tournaments. But now we're here, we're in Mexico City. We got some great Gears of War action. It's going to be lined up in front of us.
As you guys can see on this one, we're going to be following Elevate throughout in this round. For now, the B hill is going to be capped up, but the pressure coming in from Reciprocity on a map like Lift. We see a lot of teams loving to work that home hill setup between A and C because you see how close they are. Also, it's a lot of places you can post up, you can fortify, and it's a very hard thing to do to break that setup. That's why the B hill is going to be almost a home hill for Elevate, and they're just working to get that A hill. Reciprocity doing a good job, but Elevate, they need to find a way to break this setup of Reciprocity.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy at all. Reciprocity lined up with veterans. Can they do it here, though, in Mexico City? Crack is going to go down from some crossfire that came through, and Cardia goes in for the pickup because you just want to try and get out of that fight. Not the best of situations for them there, but they're going to rotate back over to A and see if they can just establish control here. They have B on lock. Get A, start building some points, and start taking over this game because they have that slight lead, and it's only going to build a little bit more, Blaze.
Elevate has done a good job in this round keeping their composure, but Reciprocity, they made the rotation to B as soon as Elevate said, hey, you know what, we need at least 3 people to come to our home hill. We can't get it with just the personnel we got now. Reciprocity recognized that and out-rotated them. That was a clean rotation, but Elevate, they're trying to make a rotation of their own, trying to get to this home hill of Reciprocity. And Elevate, they still have this lead, so they're in a good spot. But most importantly, they need to decap this hill.
Yeah.
It's not even about capping it, it's just about decapping it while you still have the lead, then set up for that fight.
Can't let them get any points here. They did a good job of zoning them out and trying to force them out of that position. But I got to give Reciprocity all the credit in the world because they did not back down from C at all. Despite Elevate pushing them away, they still managed to hold control while at the same time gaining B back. That's a huge advantage, and they're going to take this lead ever so slightly.
Oh, Reciprocity. Look, I'm loving the teamwork out of these guys in this round. Just a slight lead. This has been pretty much a tie game all across the board. Cardia is going to get to this B hill and get the decap, but Reciprocity is at the home hill of Elevate. So even though you're going to see that A hill get decapped while Reciprocity has the lead, it's going to be difficult for Elevate to come back in this one, G, but
Look at this.
They're trying. It's just Reciprocity's too good.
They're zoning them out on A. They have no bodies that can make any kind of progress by C. You got 10 points left to gain here. You have nothing left to give. You're already losing the one that you gained just now. This is a wrap. Reciprocity, they're going to take this first round, but I like what I saw. Despite the aggression from Elevate, Reciprocity held true, and they utilized those Lancers. They were supporting one another effectively, and that led to that round win. Very well done from the veterans.
So this is going to be a key weapon placement, and you got to go to, I think you got to think about the duels, because in Latin American teams, they love those dual spots, retros, Marxes. Now, granted, Reciprocity had a pretty good home hill setup from A to C, so if they chose what they wanted in those dual spawns, I would not be upset with that. It's either that or going to the deck, but they made the decision. They said, hey, we love our, sorry, not Reciprocity, Elevate saying, hey, you know what, we're loving the strategy that we're bulling out. Reciprocity, yeah, they're a little bit aggressive on A to C, but let's get our Marxes down there. Let's stop that push coming over from A to C, and let's utilize what our strengths are in this round.
I don't know if I like that play, though. I mean, you've been getting shredded in the long game by Reciprocity. You're just giving them another weapon that's going to allow them to shred even more. I mean, then again, I could be wrong here. Let's see how it plays out.
But no, that's a great point, Golden. But the thing is that the Latin American community with those secondaries are super talented. That Marxa can hold off that push from Reciprocity, but we're going to see what can Elevate do in this one. Actually, we're going to be on board with Reciprocity, and they actually, same strategy. They're going to have their home hill. They haven't been able to push across towards Elevate side of the map just yet, so you're starting to see how those Marxes is working out for Elevate, and now Elevate with the B hill, the C hill, a lot of pressure from that Marx as well. They're looking to get the home hill of Reciprocity now.
Look at this aggression that's coming out of Elevate. I mean, they're swarming all over Lava. He's getting crossed by all these Lancers, and every time that a member of Reciprocity goes in for support, they're just going to get gunned down, and we're really close to the domination territory. They're going to be losing B currently, but the damage has been done. This lead is substantial that Elevate have managed to gather, and I don't know if it necessarily came from the Marxes of Elevate. I feel like it was more Reciprocity playing this very keep-away game that worked for them in round 1, thinking maybe the Marx is going to benefit them more so in round 2, and then Elevate just push in their faces, and they're not expecting it. Now they have deck control, top control. They're owning this.
They got 4 players up there. Those Marxers are going to be on a minute and 30 respawn timer, and I do believe Elevate is about to have 2 Marxes. It's going to be hard for Reciprocity to get to this A hill. It's just sitting there. They need a few smokes. There you go. There's some smokes now.
Got to use your utility.
They need to triple decap, but also make use of those smokes. These players coming off that cover, you can't let them run away. You need at least 1 down in this position, but the timing was right because they did not give up that second Marxa. Vital was able to get it.
That disengage from Elevate was so good, recognizing that they needed to get out of there. Adverse is going to be left in an island by himself, but it's going to draw some activity over in that direction. Meanwhile, Vital, he's going to be taking some shots here, needs to stay alive, but he's going to go down, and he has 2 members of Elevate. They're going to be circling around him. They still have numbers. Lava's going to be by himself. You can be a champion all you want, but you're not going to live in that situation, and that is going to lead to an A cap potentially. Demo's going to be the last person left. but he gets chunked. Goodbye. Back to Respawn with you. Soto, you can give yourself a valiant effort here, but let's be honest, it's not going to happen. And Elevate, they're going to clap back, making this one 1-1.
Good job to Cardia. I give him the MVP for this round to be able to close this one out. Elevate came back swinging. Curious to see what Reciprocity's weapon placement is going to be. I got a little confused on the weapon placements on the first pick, but Elevate, the Marxes, that was good for them. Now, Elevate, maybe they put something on maintenance, spread the map out a little bit. That'd be good for them.
I feel like they do need to split that map out, right? They're getting, that was a smart play, putting the long shot down, split the map, take that attention away. You know that that's going to be a very important weapon that you want to play. You're going to send bodies there, and as it currently stands, and I'll be very honest here, Reciprocity is going to lose that battle down low for that. I think they may be banking on it so that they can hold A and C more aggressively.
So we got a deficit. 3 people from Elevate fighting for the Marxes in deck. 3 people from Reciprocity fighting down low, and they're fighting against 2 players from the opposite team.
So I was wrong. They know that they can win this one, so that's why they're sending all these bodies down there to focus on the long shot.
And also, too, they know that Elevate.
Gotta watch your right.
Uh-oh. Good flank coming in from Craig.
Gotta watch your right there, Blaze. I mean, come on, you need to keep track of those. What were they paying attention to?
Demo's
3
alive?
seconds left, and that is gonna do, that's a wrap. I mean, that play started and ended by the long shot, and most importantly, that flank, that player not looking at his right side. You had 2 bodies looking at the same part of the map. I mean, I respect the focus, but you gotta spread out the eyes.
So we saw Reciprocity place that snipe down because if they found themselves in a situation where Elevate fortified on the deck and controlled A and C, you can use that sniper to out-snipe those Marxes, right? They're not going to be able to out-snipe any sniper in that situation, so you can get a few free headshots in that scenario and break the setup. But we didn't get a chance to see it in that round because Elevate was just that damn talented, and they were able to get control over that maintenance area at B. So this time, Elevate's going to even the odds. They're going to send 3 people to go fight for snipe. They recognize that they made a mistake that previous round, and they got away with it. It actually worked out, but they're going to even the odds now.
Yeah, smart play there from them. Now we're going to go over to Soto, who's going to be full red, needs to be careful as they're playing around the smoke. No one's going to be gutsy enough to go through that smoke there, but they do manage to get the down onto Crack. Vital's going to be by himself, just as I say that. Demo and Kenny are going to be right there, but you saw Adverse there on the prowl, popping up from behind. He's going to be using that Nasher to justice, and he's going to just shred right through them. I mean, nicely played there from Adverse. Kenny's going to go down as well over here right by that long shot placement. And this is, I mean, you know, they answer the call. That was it. Well played, forcing them out.
You know, you got the... I honestly believe that you have the 10 best Latin American players on the top 2 teams. So this squad on the Elevate is just as scary as Ghost Gaming, especially with the home field advantage.
Yeah.
These Marxes, they've been working in Elevate's favor so far in the last 2 rounds. It has helped them protect their home hill. They have a talented Marxer player in the hands of Exploits over there as well, so he's doing a good job fortifying and holding off this push. Getting some damage in. You saw how he downed that player super quickly. Yeah. He gets the call out for his team as well. Now here comes Reciprocity.
This is going to be a big one. They're going to need to win this one out. They've lost 2 thus far straight in a row. Lava's going to be playing in the back. You're going to have Soto forcing a player out, and wisely done there with that smoke. And this is kind of like reminiscent of what we saw earlier in round 1 from Elevate, where Reciprocity dropped back. So Elevate showing us a different look, right? They're an aggressive team, but when they want to play the zones, when they want to force you into their comfort spot, they're going to do so. I mean, I feel like Elevate are in full control.
I don't like this, man. You use that smoke to decap C. I'm trying to figure out why they didn't do it. Were they scared of the Marks, the headshot from the other end? Maybe a sniper was watching the home hill as well. But you got to decap it, right? You got to at least try. You got to try. And if you get headshotted, so be it. But you needed to make sure they're not acquiring points. These are a lot of points that's going in favor of Elevate. This is turning into a late game situation. Reciprocity has like 1 push to bring this round back in their favor now.
And I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, Blaze. If I'm being 100% honest with you, it just feels like Elevate, they are in the driver's seat, full control this entire game. And you're starting to hear the horns there, and it is not looking good for Reciprocity. Soto in this battle here with Exploits and 2 players down for Reciprocity. This is going to spell doom for them.
Soto was lost.
They do manage to decap B, but I mean, that is just going to stop the bleeding only for a time period. That was a Band-Aid, a mere Band-Aid in the absolute destruction that Elevate have left them in that round. 3-1 for them. They answered 3 straight after a very nicely done zone out from Reciprocity in round 1. Ever since then, Elevate, they want to go fast, they go fast. They want to play the zones, they play the zones. They want to force you into their preferred situation. They do just that. Reciprocity do not seem to have an answer.
Elevate is throwing a good mix of aggression and passivity as well. But if this drop shot goes down on deck, this could be the switch up for Reciprocity, because you need just a big team fight. You're in a late game situation, 20 and 22-second respawns coming up. You win the team fight, you win a round. It's the best way to tie this up going into the half and make adjustments in round 7. But we're going to see how well Elevate can defend this push from Reciprocity. They say, hey, you want the drop shot? We got something for you.
4-1 push on both ends. I mean, that's what the drop shot does. It is such a powerful weapon. Marks have been grabbed on each side. Look for those players to be vital support players. You also have that fight that's going to be going on for the long shot that's at the bottom of the map there. But we'll keep eyes on that one, and I'm sure that will pop up in our feed when it happens. Lava just got that kill there.
That was a Marks
and there
headshot.
it is. Lava gets that sniper rifle. That is going to start things off nicely here for Reciprocity. Elevate now, they're going to have the fear of God because they need to not poke their heads
Lava with
up.
another headshot back-to-back across the map. Now Kenny trying to press in and get some pressure on his home hill.
This is your opening. This is your opportunity to take advantage. You see 2 members there. If they're able to pop that one player that's going to be lingering over in the outside, this could be the push they needed. But Kenny trying to make a play happen there. 2 players down, though. And you have Lava with this long shot. Cardia's going to be in front of him. But for the time being, he's just got to go and pick up this mid-hill, this neutral hill that is going to give them some more points. But Reciprocity, a great start. And you got to give credit to Lava there for really being the one to start things off by grabbing that long shot and then creating those openings for Rec.
Oh, he's got full map control. He's getting the call out. Woo! I love it. That was a cheeky angle. That was beautiful.
You got to respect those angles. You need to know where they're going to be coming from, because Lava will make you pay for that.
Drop shots up. Great hold by Reciprocity so far. They need these kills. That's going to be 3 down on the side of Elevate. Reciprocity has a drop shot in front of him. Demo needs to distract this player, but he's going to take the legs from up under him. Reciprocity, trip cap domination, round 5.
That is it. Reciprocity, they're going to lock this one down. And finally, after dropping 3 rounds straight, they answer with authority. Courtesy of Lava, grabbing that long shot and putting it to work right away.
Headshots.
How vital was that 1v1 in the bottom? That really just changed the pace of that round.
It really was, because it was him versus Exploits, but what their team did, they had faith in Lava. They said, we're going to give you a little time to win this one. It's a stalemate on our side of the map. Make the play. Lava like a championship. We know, like a champion we know he is. He made the play, got the 2 headshots.
Do you think they send 2 bodies to long shot now, though?
No, they shouldn't, but we're about to find out, because if they do, they're going to lose the fight for drop. The drop shot has to be a 4v4 fight. It's the most important weapon on the map, and both teams recognize that.
And you're 100% right there, Blaze. It is going to be a 4-1 push on both sides. Pay attention to that fight down low with Lava.
Quick pick.
Nicely done there. They're going to manage
with the
to secure
protection.
That is so well done. They get the drop shot. Soto gets that kill that is going to send Krista back to the loading screen. I mean, that was just very well done here by Reciprocity. They're once again going to set this pace. And Lava did manage to pick up the long shot yet again. All power weapon control going for the veterans.
All right, so Elevate, how can they come back in this one? Their back's against the wall. We're watching them get picked off one by one. Adverse left in a difficult situation. He needs to win the fight. Kenny, Adverse, not much you can do.
Not going to happen, and Reciprocity are going to tie things up, but I did not expect anything less in this game. This is, granted, you know, I don't want to talk down to both of these rosters here, but if we're being real, Optic Gaming, they're such a strong team.
Yeah.
This really is, given that Reciprocity had just lost to Optic Gaming, this is going to be the battle for second place. Reciprocity need this win, critically need this win, because you do the math, you got to factor this in. This is a big game for both teams.
I had a conversation with Lava and Cole, and I told him, I said, you know, they don't get a chance. They won't see Optic to the finals, to winners finals. That's the next time. That's the best team in the game. You're champions. You can't let that one get to you. You got to chalk it up and start preparing for that grand finals.
That's right. Now we're going to be into round 7. And for those of you guys at home who may be new to Gears of War, the way it works is we reset the map, and we also changed some of the hills that you're going to be capturing. So there are no more weapons on the map, so we're back to square one. And if you remember, Reciprocity had a really, really strong start by forcing Elevate to kind of go into really tough positions. And it seems like Reciprocity, they're picking up right where they left off in that last round.
Yeah, the difference in the first half is that Reciprocity in round one, they had a great setup on the deck. They were able to control 2 hills at the home. But now it's just 1 hill in this area. But the thing is, the home hills at F and D, they're in the area we like to call the dead zones. It's open space. You just can't run in there and decap it without getting destroyed. And you're going to see a few players that Elevate try, and we're going to watch as they get melted.
And how they're utilizing their Lancers, both teams, really, that is going to speak volumes for how they're going to push the opposite home kills here.
Woo!
Kenny, though, he goes in for the melee. Can he stay alive? No, he will not. Cardia is going to get the better of him on that one, and Vital's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place in a corner, literally.
Ooh.
He's going to go down. Cardia once again follows it up, and that is going to be 3 members down for Reciprocity. Elevate have full map control. Wreck now. They got to bounce back, Blaze. What do you reckon they do here?
Man, you know what? I thought Elevate was going to be melted, but it was Reciprocity. They were the butter in the hot skillet. Reciprocity, they're trying to fight for E, but they just need to know, hey, lock down the home hills if you can. Find what works for you. But they're going to have the E hill. They're going to get top rock. Elevate, the pressure's coming in. It's round one, right? Everybody's spawning up quickly. It's getting very, very chaotic. No team is able to fully get map control. They're both out-rotating each other. You look at the scoreboard, it's just a 7-second difference, you know? So it's been very, very scrappy.
Very reflective of the chaos that you would see when you get that reset round one. You have the shorter respawns as well. Bear that in mind. So you're never really going to be in a comfortable position like you would be in the later rounds. That being said, though, you have Reciprocity who, you know, even though they were getting rocked there, they have managed to bounce back. They've managed to just kind of regain themselves. They still have this lead. They're going to be losing F currently, but here comes the push from Lava and company. Crack has no idea that Lava's going to be creeping up behind him, and that is going to be a player down. He goes down as well. He does have that support from his teammate. They don't have F, though. They got to start making moves.
You got to flank that home hill, right? Like if you see 4 players push your home like that, cut through middle and try to get their home. And that's what we're kind of seeing Lava do. He's just trying to get the decap on D, keep this lead in favor of his team, keep it a 1 hill advantage. The few players off Elevate that came off respawn, they said, hey, we need to go decap E, but none of them went to their home hill. Reciprocity should be able to close this one out.
Kenny not going to be able to stay alive, and that is going to be E going to them. But just as I say that, F is going to be going to Reciprocity currently. And if it keeps going in this direction, Reciprocity will come out on top. They need to hold this F hill with everything they got, and that is going to do it. Reciprocity, they take the lead. They've won 3 straight here, doing what Elevate just did to them starting at round 2.
When you have veterans like these players on Reciprocity, Lava, Demo, Soto, Vital, we heard Ribs name off the championships in the pregame show between part of that core 3. They know how to come back. They know how to make the adjustments, and that's something that we saw in round number 4. So Elevate said, hey, you know what? Y'all like that drop a lot on top of that deck. Let's block that because we need to get you guys back over towards that maintenance area and fight on that platform, which was the rounds in which Elevate won early on.
And that is just setting the pace for those later rounds, just as you said, Blaze. That is really what it's going to be about. They're playing the long game. Is it going to pay off, though? That is the question. Yeah, Vital. He was trying to sneak up on him. Krista there, wise enough on the pickup. And you're back at that long-range Lancer game. Both teams managing to secure their home hills. Not a lot of action that will be going on presently. As we take a look at the overhead, you can kind of see it cut right down the middle. You have some members, though, trying to make those cheeky flanks happen. Is it going to work out, though? Crack is going to shut down Demo just as he tried to make a play, tried to open up the map a little bit for Reciprocity now, and more Lancer fire, but you got players down for Elevate. Could this be the moment that Reciprocity needed to try and get in their face, get aggressive? But Crack is going to move right in there. He's going to get the double. That's going to send them back to the respawn, and that will be Elevate just moving on through there, really not caring about what Reciprocity's plan was going to be at that present time.
Yeah, they can allow Crack to do that.
No,
he pushed right across the middle of the map, and I was just going to, and Kenny had just got a kill, so Reciprocity had the main advantage, but that quickly Crack was like, nah, we got the main advantage, 4-4 on the scoreboard. And one interesting thing about Forge that I love, especially second half, that's the only home hill that you really need 3 people to cap. Because I mentioned the dead zones, it's in that open area.
Yeah,
so
it's really rough.
You see 3 Lancers, and they're just trying to go for that down and down that one player out. Because if they're able to start that chain reaction, that gives them right to possibly put that pressure and start playing for that trip cap domination early on.
I wonder what they're going to place here.
I say so you can still go top deck. You don't even have to go duels. Yeah, they block the deck. They're trying to run away from the fight. but it's still another weapon spawn above that one. But the only thing is that it's not available the first 45 seconds of the round. But that's okay because you get to slow it down a little bit, you know? And I think that's going to be Reciprocity's trump weapon placement. If they do lose another round, it's going to be drop shot at the top of the map.
Well, let's see what Elevate and Reciprocity are going to give us here as we go into round number 9. It's been a good game so far in this pool. Very rough pool for both of these teams, and a very vital victory if they're able to secure it, whether it be Elevate or Reciprocity. Elevate representing the Latin American region, hailed as the #2 team in this region. Reciprocity lined up with veterans, top to bottom, championship winning Gears of War players. The question is, can the veterans outdo the aspirational Latin American players? And so far, though, it has been a neck-and-neck battle between these two teams. As we jump over to Kenny's perspective, continuing to supply more Lancer Fire, more support, but they did lose out on that middle map control. Kenny's going to go in for the battle here. Kenny bounce. Is he going to do it? Ooh. And he's actually going to get bumped himself. Cardia's going to come out on top.
That was a soul snatcher. That's why I like to call those shots G. You see Elevate, domination coming through. It's up to Lava once again. He's finally coming off respawn. Can't do it. Now, Lava made the right play at the start of that round. He wants to go play for top rock. He says, I need to get up here. His teammates were not close enough to have his back. I don't know exactly where they were, but I said Reciprocity has a trump weapon placement. First off, 16 kills, 12 downs, mad love to Cardia. I said they're going to go for the top of the map. Top of the map, go for it, right? That was where you was winning your fight. They don't have to fight this at maintenance if they don't want to. That's not their only option.
Seems like they're going to want to take this maintenance.
I think they go first half fight, put that drop shot close to the deck, but they want to stack this side of the map. They got something up their sleeve. Let's see if that's the right decision.
It's questionable. They're not winning it at all. They're not winning.
They haven't fought that fight in a while over there at the maintenance, but those were the 2 rounds that Elevate had won early on. Let's see if they have a different better luck this time, if they may have figured them out, because this time it's going to be a big 4v4 scrappy fight on this side of the map.
A key power weapon is going to be sitting at the top, and as it currently stands, you're going to have 2 bodies of Elevate. Soto, he's got to be careful. You don't want to get flanked again, and Cardia's going to come out, and he's just going to punish him for not paying attention to that left side.
That flank is everything.
I mean, it happens again, but Vital does the best he possibly could. Demo, though, is going to be right there. Now we're going to have a little bit of a battle, but he's got 2 players that are going to be looking at him. And Demo won't be able to bounce his way out of that one, and Elevate will win out the maintenance battle yet again. 4 players down for Reciprocity. Domination in progress. Last player that's going to give you any kind of hope is Soto. Does manage to deny it ever so briefly, though. That's going to give his teammates enough time to be able to scramble, get back into that home hill, fight back for D. And they do manage to secure, at the very least, the area, but they cannot capture that hill because Elevate is still putting the pressure on them, and that means no points gained for Reciprocity.
You're going to need to pull out these Lancers if you're on the side of Reciprocity. You can't allow this trip cap domination to happen. That's a good kill. Oh, you can't be reaching for the register in a time like this. Demo, Kenny will tap up. So Kenny's trying to spread out a little bit. He's not trying to directly get into the crosshairs of Elevate, trying to flank, trying to get something done. But Elevate looking too good. Looking too good.
Man, Elevate just had them right where they wanted them, and that is going to be the 6th round win and game point for Elevate on Lift. And they just...
That was beautiful.
You know, I give Soto a ton of credit. He kept it alive as long as he possibly could. He gave his teammates enough time to get back into that fight. But the Nashers from Elevate are just too good, Blaze. They are too good.
It's all Cardia, man. It's not all just him, but, like, he is the X factor in this map.
They're letting him play around. That's the thing. They're letting him move around the map. They're giving him the support. It's beautiful to see.
I think when Reciprocity goes back and watch this one, they're going to say, hey, we probably could have put drop shot top rock and still fought our good fight in the first half. Yeah. But it was a 45-second stalemate anyway when drop shot was on deck. You know, so they had to play to their strength. So it's not like, you know, it was no rush to get it. You know, slow the pace down a little bit. Elevate, they love these scrappy fights. They got the momentum. I think they got the crowd, too.
And Reciprocity, they need to focus on that flank because it's punished them way too many times. And I like that they ended up spreading around maintenance rather than allowing Elevate to be able to freely move around the map. But Vital's going to manage to pick up that drop shot there. Even then, is it going to matter? He does get 2 members down of Reciprocity. I should say Elevate get 2 members down of Reciprocity. Vital does get the kill with the drop shot, putting it to good use. He's got to stay alive here with this weapon.
Golden Boy, has somebody ever just walked around your house like they own it before?
No.
Okay, well, what we just saw from Exploits, that was his whole vibe on this map. He's running freely like, yo, this is my area.
I know,
own
he's not
this.
paying rent.
No. This is his map, okay? He's owning it right now. And I'm loving his flow. I'm loving his rotations. He's going to make some big plays in his round.
Blaze, you got to make them pay rent. That's it. And Reciprocity aren't doing that. They're letting Elevate be a bunch of freeloaders on this map, and it is working for them. 5 seconds left. That is going to be it. I mean, at this point in time, they basically took it over. And GG. I mean, this is not looking good at all. I mean, it's not over yet, but still, this is Elevate just owning this map. And Reciprocity needs to find an answer.
Switches.
Yeah, they need to find an answer.
And it went
Are
in
they
favor
going to be able to?
Uh-oh, can they get it done?
They were down
The
1-3.
pressure's coming. Can Soto get in the hill? He cannot.
That's it.
Elevate comes out on top.
Momentum changes back and forth.
7-4, and that was good for him. You know, it looked like Elevate had control. Reciprocity figured him out. I felt like Reciprocity made the one bad weapon placement, and it went back into Elevate's hands. It really just kind of came down to that. Yeah, we could talk about, you know, where did they lose the fight at maintenance? Why wasn't the flank being watched a little bit better than what it was? But it was all Elevate, and that was Elevate's map pick. So worked out.
Strong pick for them. Worked out very well.
And what a match that was. I think the one word you could use to define that was really momentum and momentum shifts. I know my man Jay Ribbs was taking great notes over here. Ribbs, break it down for me. Where do we see those momentum shifts happen and why?
Well, obviously at first we saw Elevate go up 3-1, and it was looking bad for Reciprocity. Lava made a huge play, 1-on-1v1, got the sniper, got 2 sniper headshots, a down. They win the next 3 rounds. They're up 4-3. All of a sudden, the shotguns pulled up for Elevate. They started winning every single 1v1. Multiple clutch 1v1s that turned into 2v1s, and now all of a sudden Elevate wins 7-4. Two big momentum switches, and that's all it took for Elevate.
Do you agree that they should have put the drop shot on deck rather than putting it over in maintenance?
Well, they won that first round of the second half, Reciprocity, so they couldn't choose where to put a weapon because it was X'd out. So now they had to put it, but that weapon isn't there right away, so it's not the same initial fight that they were winning in that first half. That weapon you have to wait to spawn because of the way lift works.
But
so
they were having stalemate fights anyway, though.
Right. It obviously wasn't their map pick. You know, we have to talk about Coach Letnick a little bit. She probably was trying to help them out, but we have a new map coming right now, and that's going to be Reciprocity's choice.
Let's talk a little about that. Letnick and the impact she makes on this team. You had a chance to team with her at one point in GBs. You guys play online. I had a chance to team with her my last ever event. Plays top 4. The only player in female. Blaze did too.
I played an event with her, Hype Winter Brawl, I believe.
No way.
It was me, her, Kenny, and Bobby.
That's awesome.
Oh, no, me, her, Bobby, and Nancy. Sorry,
the only female player in Gears history to place top 4, let alone top 8 at an event, defeating Nick Merckx in his last tournament, defeating this guy Ribbs in his last tournament playing with Nick Merckx. So again, we can pay a lot of respect to Letnick as a female pro player in the past and currently a coach. And of course, she makes huge plays and did great things for this squad. Talk to me a little about the impact that Letnick makes in this team.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, this team right now is, like we said, a team full of champions. Right now, I need to see Soto and Lava pick it up because we were talking them up, and neither one of them were doing very well that map. But right now, we're going to see their map choice. Reciprocity should be more comfortable with this next map, but Elevate just seems too skilled from what I'm seeing, just too skilled.
Can you believe Elevate on the flip side, making a huge statement in map number 1 in front of this crowd that was getting so excited to support their Latin American peers. Elevate, a team that is looking to prove themselves, not only as the number 2, maybe even the number 1 team here in Mexico. Let's learn a little bit more about this squad.
My name is Maximiliano Ortiz. My gamer tag is Exploits, and I'm from Elevate. I think Elevate is a family. All of us play like a family, you know? You have the sense like it's your family, your brothers. We are a confident team, of course. The energy on the team is passion, 100% passion.
And we are back, and you hear that from the Elevate squad. Trying to figure out map 2. That's what I was trying to do. Nobody was asking map 2 was. I was doing some research
the
here.
best part is they slap them. You see it live and just slap them.
That's like a mother trying to put her kid into shape a little bit with a quick wake-up call. And we are back.
There, little Billy. How could you?
Oh man, our apologies, but we are back live with some action here in Mexico City. You saw that from Elevate. I'm going to ask you guys, we didn't do predictions before the match, and now we have a little bit of bias. You guys have some fuel, some brain power to work from
I never
predictions.
have
Start
brain
with
power.
that's true. Start with Blaze. Blaze, who do you have winning the series and why? You said Reciprocity has a chance to win a championship this event. Talked about them.
Well, no. I said that they need to focus up after playing the best team in the game with Optic and saying, hey, you know what? You won't have to play them until you get to the grand finals. So just focus on getting better to the grand finals. You played the best team in the game. Y'all got smacked. Everybody gets smacked by Optic Gaming. Sometimes you have to get better at LAN. Just like that Echo Fox roster when Powers was on it. They had a crappy day one, but they made the grand finals in a historic losers bracket run. So this team can do the same thing. They've been in that experience before. But Elevate is just looking too strong. Reciprocity is going to have to make me believe on Diner, but for now, I'm believing what Colin's prediction is, man.
Wow, so 2-0 Elevate?
2-0 Elevate, yeah.
Wow, there you have it.
I actually agree. I mean, I do think that Reciprocity can win one map here. And if it seems like it's going to be Diner, I mean, there is a possibility that they can win this one map. I just don't think that Elevate are going to be stopped. This team is nasty. They have the talent. When they want to get in your face, when they want to slow the game down, they seem to do it very well. They have a lot of different, just a lot of different shifts, right? A lot of different gears. No pun intended. And that is just, that is very impressive, I think, for a team of young players and also guys that are playing in front of their home crowd. There's a lot of passion here. So I don't know. You got to give it to Elevate, but I say 2-1.
2-1 Elevate. Going to game 3. Ribs, last but not least, our Mr. Analyst over here.
I do think a team like Reciprocity does have the mental resolve to bring this back. But Elevate right now, they're playing the game properly. They're not just playing flashy. They're not just playing fast. When they need to, they do.
Yeah.
But when they slow it down, like Golden Boy said, they do. And that's what's scary. They have adverse. They have exploits. These are players that played on Optic Mexico, Splice in Season 1. They're not just a bunch of young guns. These are some of the best Latin American players ever.
Yes, so you have it. All 3 of our casters and analysts here.
You know what?
Like
and I will say this: something that's scary. Something that's scary that Rib said is that okay, when you're playing a team and you know that they're aggressive, it's like, okay, we know how to play against this. When they're passive, okay, we know how to play against this. But when they get that mix and that flow and they know how to give it to you at the right time, that's a scary squad.
And it's definitely scary when you have adverse at the bottom left there telling you you're choking live on stream. You see it. Meanwhile, Kenny looking like he has some situation going on. I don't know.
He's about to sneeze.
There you go, sneeze. That's the one. That's what I said. I was thinking something else, but they can go and clarify that one. We're having way too much fun here at Gears Pro Circuit, Mexico City. How can't you have fun when the gameplay's been as great as it's been? Will Elevate secure the upset over Team Reciprocity, or will Team Rec be able to bounce back here in map number 2 on Diner? We'll find out in just a bit. Golden Boy, Blaze, take it away.
Thank you so much, Fallout. Here we go. Time to put up or shut up if you are Reciprocity. This is your pick. You got to win this one out, Blaze. What should people be expecting to see on Diner? How does this map play out for some of our newer viewers?
It comes down to the big team fight in the kitchen. That's how we start off the first half. The team that controls B is going to pretty much have the map control. But on the flip end, Golden Boy, we do see a lot of teams utilizing strategies and fighting outside, but we're seeing that 1v1 being won. It's a quick trip cap dominant. I can't even explain how you play the map.
No, you didn't. I think Reciprocity just showed how you play the map.
Yeah, win the fight at B.
You bop them in B, you send it to the spawn, and then you just cap the home, and then that's it, GG. You get yourself a nice little, full cap.
Also, big props to whoever capped the home hill for Reciprocity. That's a big 1v1 that they won against those home hill players. But on the flip end, this is an automatic lock for Elevate, saying, hey, we need this this hammer burst, this long-range support presence to help us in our team fights. We'll see how much of a difference that makes early on, but their early game advantages of the hammer burst is that they can stop that 1v1 push that happened that resulted in that trip cap domination, so that player has something to work with.
I don't know if anyone went to go after it quite yet. No, yes. So Adverse did grab it for his team, but no one on Reciprocity went to grab the hammer burst.
Lava's going to push him with it. He don't care. Lava said, you can get the hammer burst. I'm still going to push you like I did round 1.
Yeah, he does not care at all, and he's putting that pressure down with the Lancer. This is going to be a critical 1v1. You hear all that activity that's going to be going on over at B, and Adverse knows that as well. And he sees his teammates falling. Thankfully, Crack is going to be able to tie things up here. Now it's going to be up to Adverse. He's going to get a lot of damage off of Lava. Lava does not have a lot to work with, and that is going to be the win there. Adverse wins that one out against Lava.
And his team is winning down low.
Yes, they need
his team
to
is
get
winning
in there.
B.
They need to get in there. They need to cap that one right now because they have that home. He was not able to sit there long enough.
I would have stayed in there. I would have committed. I would have committed. Your teammates just want to fight at B, but he's going to be patient. It's an early round, but I think Adverse could have won that 1v1 against Demo.
He's pulled activity down low.
So smart.
Right? So he got 2 players to focus on him, and that is going to allow Elevate to just go into C. No one will be able to put any kind of presence by B at all. That was a very heads-up play. 2 down now, but they got to win these 1v1s. They got to win these fights, and Adverse is going to come out on top. You're going to have Soto right in front of him. He's going to charge right at him. He don't care. He doesn't care how many times you've won an event. He's just going to body you with the Nasher, and that is going to be Elevate tying it up 1-1 in the early game.
That's a crowd favorite right here. They love them some Adverse in Mexico City. Adverse, you know, he was one of the star players on that.
He was the reason why they won that round.
Yeah, he was. You know, I'm going to just say Latin America got an A team and a B team. This event, A team is Ghost, B team is Elevate. And Adverse is typically on that A team. He's been on the A team for a lot of Gears of War 4, but even on the B team, he gets it done. But
I don't know. He's
also
looking to be on the A team with this team. I don't know.
But this may be a better fit because when he's playing with like Chaos, Desinite, Identives, those guys are front spawn slayers. They get into the action. Maybe he has an opportunity to have more of a role on this team, but you know, seeing that he's in the 4th position, he's still going to be playing his normal spots. But this guy, he showed us how he can extend around.
And Adverse gets a lot of damage there onto Lava, but Lava's going to come right back up. Adverse, though, it's going to be a little weak. 17% left up for him. Can he come on top and he's able to stay alive? Oh, my.
That's a bad man. 5 dead on the side of Reciprocity.
This is what we were talking about before. This is what Ribs had mentioned. When this team is able to speed it up with those Nashers and they want to get flashy and they want to just body you, they will do it. When they want to slow it down and they want to control the pace of the game, they will do it. Elevate is scary. Reciprocity needs to wisen up and they need to do it quickly or else we're going to be seeing more 39-second rounds here, Blaze, if they're not careful.
So typically with strategies, teams like to run into units, right? You got a big power weapon. You're going to have a 4-man unit pretty much on the same very map. And then you got your 1 home hill player, and he's going to swap and play the opposite side of the map where that heavy power weapon is. That round we saw Adverse get swapped up top. But I want to say this so you guys at home can kind of understand why was he playing down low, then flipped up right away. And that's because the drop shot, you know, it put the pressure down low. It became the main focus of the map, and you see those 4 dots rushing again, but I see an extra dot up top. He's going to cut mid-door. He's going to cut mid-door to get a different angle.
They're sending another one. I do like
still
that.
Still a 4v4.
Still a 4v4, but I like that he got the angle, and if he wanted to get around, he possibly could. Kenny, though, is going to get that early elimination, that early kill there onto Crack. Adverse and Lava once again, and Lava just can't do anything against Lava. Against Adverse. I can't. I mean, this guy has just he's been one of the best players in Gears of War at one point or another, but Adverse is just giving him the hands, Blaze.
He's getting it done. So Adverse being a star for his team, so they can keep focused on fighting for the power weapon. So having a player like Adverse, you know that, hey, if we lose it, he might have our back. We still have hope. He keeps hoping around, and that's a beautiful thing to have. But now that the power weapon is picked up, you're going to see Reciprocity come off respawn and start focusing on that B hill. Let's see how can Reciprocity retake B, get control of the round. Kenny still has a few drop shots on his back as well, so they can utilize that, but they need to get some marks for him.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to that right there, to the drop shot. He's got 3 shots to allow his squad to be able to push up, get aggressive, because as it currently stands, Elevate, they have a substantial lead, and they're going to only continue to build it if they don't make moves, but they have this, and I think they're just waiting for that prime opportunity, that one opening.
So for our new viewers at home, you know, this is the exterior cam. The players cannot see each other unless you see that mark above their head. Kenny locking on to every mark his team is able to give him, but you got to give him those marks. So he's still going to have 1 drop in his back pocket to utilize, and I think that he needs to get this B hill, but Adverse is being sneaky.
Yeah, and as well as that other player that was going to be lingering over, that was going to be Krista. Is he going to nail him? No, he has no more shots left to work with that drop shot.
Kenny needs to get to one of these fights.
Yeah, so look at this. He had 3 shots with the drop shot, got 1 kill with it, nothing else from it. Not a lot of value, because while he got that 1 kill, Elevate picked up 2 more of their own. every single time that they got an opening, Elevate just managed to take even more ground in this battle of attrition. This has certainly not been a game that has gone in Reciprocity's favor thus far. But Demo, though, with 2 kills, he's going to try and open things up here for them, play this one out, and just decap it for the time being. They're going to have to make a move. They're going to have to get inside of A, but that is just going to slow things up. Drop shot picked up yet again by Kenny.
Woo!
Nice.
That was a headshot,
There
I think.
you go.
But better usage of the drop shot because Kenny, and I think he knew that he had to be better because the first clip was awful. But Demo had the great opening. Demo took pressure off his team. He got the decap. But what was most important about the decap, he drawed attention to the home hill, allowed Kenny to get a new clip. So after you got 4 drop shots, and if that hill's decap, you rack up the points and your opponents can't get any points.
Also, in a credit to Elevate, I don't want to just dog on Reciprocity here because Elevate, I think, were very meticulous in how they position themselves to ensure that Kenny never really got an angle to be able to work with a drop shot in that first clip. But yes, when you get a double kill and then at that moment you conveniently pick up the drop shot, get that second clip, that opens the floodgates for Reciprocity. That is going to bring things up to 2-2. But now the action begins yet again. We also got a new placement there in the mid lane.
So I was about to say, they matched with that player. The previous round, Reciprocity noticed that Elevate sent somebody around that towards the tables around middle, so they sent someone to match him this round. We had an even matchup. Everybody's playing man-on-man, but it's looking like the man advantage going in favor of Elevate first. Reciprocity,
that is rough.
Can they defend this?
That is going to be rough. That is going to be rough. Kenny's going to be the playmaker here. He has that drop shot, so you got to look out for him. He need to have that player pop up in the kill feed. And Crack was on the chase there against Soto, and Kenny was able to bait him right into that. Still, though, it will be Elevate that have themselves 2 hills currently, the B and the C. The home, though, nothing yet. And Kenny is starting to make some good use of that drop shot. That is going to be a significant respawn here. You see there at the left of your screen where Chris's name is.
That might work. I thought it might work out for him.
That one actually might connect. Yes, it does. It connects. And now they're going to have that one player that's going to be hanging out by B.
So
they have 2 players for Reciprocity.
If the drop shot does connect with a piece of cover or an object while it's in the air, it will bounce, it will ricochet off the wall in a certain direction. So I have seen a few players use that as an advantage to curve it around a corner by baking it off the wall or something of that sort. But new drop shot is going to be up in about a minute. Both these teams are trying to get outside, get set up, and play for it because at this point, we're getting to that second phase of the team fights in this round. If you get the drop shot at this point, you can close out.
Right now, Reciprocity are looking pretty good as they manage to force back Elevate to their home. They just got to continue to put this pressure on them. Don't allow Elevate to get comfortable at all off respawn. Put the pressure. Send those Lancer bullets forward. Domination's going to be coming in 4 seconds here. If no one's going to be able to stop it from Elevate, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, Reciprocity will get 2 in a row now. 3-2 for Rec.
For me, without a doubt, if Reciprocity wants to win this event, it's Kenny, it's Lava, it's Demo, and it's nobody else. I'm be honest with you. Those are your 3 main slayers. But the thing is that they can be inconsistent sometime. And I need one of those guys to be firing off every single map, setting the tone and setting the tempo. Ideally, I would like for that to be Demo. Because if Demo's doing it, everybody's going to follow off on his energy. Vital and Soto, they're the players that get the dirty work done on the roster, right? Like, I'm not expecting them to clutch a 1v4 for the bread, but I'm expecting them to close off that lane and protect that flank.
Yeah, and that's okay, right? Let's also kind of highlight that, right? Like, you need players that are going to support you, and you need players that are going to just pop off whenever you need them to pop off. That is so important to have in a roster because not everyone is going to be a superstar at every point in time. So long as you're doing your job, you're an important part of that team. And Kenny, by the way, can we also just talk about the fact that drop shot control has been for Reciprocity ever since that weapon's gone down. He has been shutting down Elevate every single time, and Reciprocity have been allowing and opening the path for Kenny to be able to secure that weapon.
So a veteran play was just made on the side of, on the side of Reciprocity. When they won that round, they noticed that Elevate said, well, you know, we want to M-bar and B. Adverse has been winning this 1v1. Granted, I get that, right? But what Reciprocity said was that, Lava, you've been losing it. Come help us get dropped right away, and everybody listen out for that M-bar because it makes a sound. It makes a noise. You know when it's charging up, so you have time to dodge it, even if it's a short gap.
But you're talking about the M-bar and you're talking about hearing that sound blaze, and I just don't think that you. Oh, Krista, by the way, team killed Advers on that one. That's unfortunate. But Advers was putting that M-bar to work. Thing is, Reciprocity was able to regroup, keep themselves alive, and they still hold down this B, and they're going to get this one right back.
So the beauty is, and I want everybody to understand, the M-bar is on a minute 30 respawn timer. NCNs are on a minute 30 respawn timer. Drop shot is 2 minutes. So drop shot is the last weapon that's coming up next. In this situation, you want to control inside because you want to get the M-bar. Then you want to transition down to get the nades. Then you have like 5 seconds left to use those power weapons to get the new drop, and that's how you close out the round. But it takes a good coach to be tracking those weapon respawn timers and guiding the team in the right direction.
Also, the other thing that I like about the drop shot, too, is that when you get that weapon, it's the ultimate, cover exploiting weapon, right? You could be hanging out with that M-bar, you could be hanging out with those incense, but that drop shot's going to be raining on down, and you're just not going to expect it. Yeah, it's a flat map. You're just not going to be expecting it, and then before you know it, you're dead. Big battle, though, for Soto. Just continue to hold this one down, and Soto's going to come out on top with the 1v1.
I expect him to win 1v1s, though. I expect him to win 1v1s, because Soto, he can do that.
I'm pretty sure you said you didn't expect him to win.
I didn't expect him to win 1v4s.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, I'll give it to you. Well, Soto's going to have to win another 1v1, and he does it against Advers, and Advers went in there for the challenge. And, hey, man, Soto's putting together a really nice round. He's going to have this N-bar right outside. That's going to put the damage down onto that player, which was Crack, and that is going to be 3 in a row for Reciprocity. They do it in 2 minutes and 47, but we saw this.
We saw this in map 1. We saw a little bit of Reciprocity getting a little flow, and Elevate said, you know what, all right, we got you figured out. Let's come back and win.
And it happened right here at the half. Once all the weapons went away, once that respawn went down to 12 seconds, I feel like at that point you're playing in Elevate's world.
I feel like Kenny said, you know what, my girl, which is his coach, just watched him get his butt kicked map number 1. Now he's rocking 16 kills and 4 deaths. All right, and map number 2 saying, you know what, I ain't gonna get embarrassed like that again. Let's go out here and win it.
Well, I think Kenny, as a whole, right, this is a player that always has had something to prove.
Yeah.
He was unceremoniously dropped from Optic. He had so many different roster situations that occurred to him in the past. But, I've been following Kenny, and I've been friends with this guy for so long, and I've seen the talent. I see what he could do. This is a really good player. And like I said, I expect them to be able to win in map 2. Can they close out the series, though, is a different question altogether. And then, most importantly, when we go into this reset, are we going to get the Elevate that is just going to fly at you? And is Reciprocity going to be prepared for that? Because right now they have that man advantage, but the respawns are so quick here that you can get that player down. It's not going to matter.
Good patience there by Soto, winning those individual fights. And now here comes the pressure from Reciprocity. Elevate to defend their home hill. They're trying to get some marks in, he's trying to call out to his teammate where Advers is hiding so they can protect the home hill. And this is why Lava backs up. He notices that the only play that Elevate kind of have in this situation is probably playing for the home hill. So he's going to back up just in case, but now his teammates are giving him the intel where the numbers are really stacking. So we're starting to see how the red dots want to rotate. Where do they want to go in the map? And they want to make sure that they can defend this parking lot.
I don't know if you also saw, too, in the overhead map, there was going to be a player that was going to be on that flank. That was Advers, who was hanging out over there at the, over by the...
Yo, he looking for his girl Lava over there in the corner, man. He about to go over there and say, what's up?
Yeah, they want to fight. I mean, they've been getting into pretty much the thick of things throughout the entirety of this map. And so far, it has been Advers coming out on top. Lava, though, is just playing that support role, putting Lancer Fire where he needs to. And I wonder what Advers is going to do. I mean, Lava sees Advers. Surely he does. Yes, he does see Advers. He has to be paying attention to that.
Yeah, he's defending his home hill. Exploits is coming too. Lava on the defensive stand. He knows that they're about to run through the smoke.
Big moment here for Lava. Can he come out on top of the 1v2? He's going to have some support as well. Domination in effect, though. But that's going to be short-lived as Reciprocity managed to fend off that attack from Elevate. But it was good enough to be able to draw some activity over to that D hill.
All right, so now since they defended the push coming in from Elevate, now Reciprocity says, all right, let's rotate over to E. Let's get this E hill back under our control. We can still win off 2 hills if we get it now. We just have to secure the D cap, most importantly. They're trying to get in there for that cap. Maybe if they go in with 3, but they got to dodge smokes. Lava knows that this player is going to try to rotate around truck, so he wants to get a Lancer angle to protect his teammates. They also going to have to play for a trip cap domination at this point, so they need all the kills on the side of Elevate.
Everything needs to work out for Reciprocity here. If they're going to want to be able to win this one out, you're going to get one player down. That's going to be Krista. They're going to go for that E-cap. Are they going to have a body by Advers, though, able to hold this one up against Demo? And the kills start coming in for Elevate, and that is going to be a wrap on this round because it is mathematically impossible for Reciprocity to come back, and they're going to win with one hill. And Reciprocity not able to take that 4 in a row. Elevate, bounce back, and we're getting some deja vu from game one.
This isn't a bad one to lose, once again. Second half, right? You know how they play. You got 7 rounds under the belt. Yeah, you probably, that was a back and forth round. It was a close one. You're not going to take that big of a hit from it. Get the weapon down. Get back to the fight that you love beforehand. Play for the bread and butter, and we're going to get the drop shot on the map.
That could be a blessing in disguise.
They had a 2-round lead, so if you're going to lose any round and get the first weapon placement, it was still a beautiful scenario. And they need to look at it from that.
Or it could be their undoing because maybe Elevate, they knew that they were going to go for that, right? That is something that you got to take into consideration. They're going to send 4 players down. We're going to get this scrappy battle by the parking lot. It is going to be for the drop shot. Let's see who comes out on top with this one as we're on board with Cardia presently. And he's going to try and thought he was going to try and use that smoke to maybe get around, but there were too many players of Reciprocity that were wise to that and recognized that Cardia was going to get a little bit too ambitious, and that's going to be 2 down for Elevate. Reciprocity have managed to shut them down, and this is the fight that Rec likes to take. This is the fight that Reciprocity consistently wins. They're going to get the drop shot. Kenny's going to get hands on that yet again. And now it's going to come down to Elevate needing to defend this one by D. But boy, this is going to be very tough for them, Blaze.
Lava's trying to get close to his teammates so he can get revived. There's still 3 drops that can be used to slay up the respawned players on the side of Elevate. It looks like Reciprocity is going to back up a bit. Take a little pressure off. They want Elevate to come out a little bit. They say, hey, come out, come out.
Yeah,
we can't see you.
Come out of your hole. Because look at that, he's gonna just drop
from
downtown the pain onto Advers and Krista, and that is right there a game changer. That's gonna prompt everyone to have to fly over to that D hill. Cardia is gonna be the one to have to stand tall here, but he manages to get that kill onto Soto, and he's gonna keep this one alive just for the time being. But Reciprocity have E and F currently.
Your MVP from map number 1. He was the catalyst, the X factor for them to be so dominant on left. Now he's trying to make sure they can stay in this game and get this one over with. 2-0. New drop shot's going to be up very soon, about less than 30 seconds. So Elevate making a great rotation, getting the kills in their favor. They get a drop as well. You already see Cardia, based off the way he's moving, he's looking at the home hill of Reciprocity.
I'm really stunned by that, Blaze, because you get the double. You kind of change the tone of it. You throw so many bodies by D, and then you end up losing it right then and there. I mean, I just don't understand how that can even happen when you have that power weapon, when you have that control. But that just shows how great Elevate is at being able to bounce back, even when things are looking at their absolute most grim moments.
The shots, Crack, trying to put the pressure, but he's drawing a lot of focus. Sometimes I think that's a win, right? As your teammates are accomplishing goals elsewhere on the map, if you can draw the attention of 3 players, that's a big win.
If you can draw activity, if you can take players' focus away from you, from
your team's goal.
Yeah, from the collective, right? And be that one person that changes the course of the game, that's huge. Now, though, Kenny's going to get hands on that drop shot again. Immediately he's going to be able to pick up 2 kills, and we're kind of back in the same situation now.
Something that Kenny does really well, he does a quick shot. Drop shot, quick shot.
He gets the weapon, and he throws it out because you don't really expect it. Players like to get that drop shot, and sometimes they like to set up, get that perfect angle.
Yeah.
But Kenny is so just ambitious with that weapon, and it's paid off for him beautifully thus far.
He's so confident, and when you're shooting drop shots that quickly, it's hard to adjust because the drop shot's a very powerful weapon. You can't adjust from it because it goes over cover.
This isn't looking good, though, Blaze, because if they're going to want to win this one, they need to get will they be able to come back into this? I think they might be able to. Yes, they will, because they just decapped D. So that is going to be Reciprocity coming right back into the fray here. They have that F hill. That is going to give them some more points, and that will do it. Reciprocity, with that drop shot, manage to get their 5th round win. 2 more, and we're going to game 3.
This is a good matchup for Reciprocity, right? They need something to get the juices flowing. They need a winner under their belt to start feeling good about themselves. After gaming smacked them up, okay? And it's always hard for them to get smacked up after gaming because that's their old teammates. You don't want to get trash talked by the people that dropped you. All right, you always want to get revenge, so that's never going to be an easy game for them. But now they're looking to get fired up in this one. 2 more rounds for another game 3, and I have my second game 3 of the day, which will be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. I can have game 3s all weekend. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty fun to be able to call the action on this one. And what I love about Gears of War is just really like when you see the overhead. It's probably my favorite part of casting this game. You can see where the players are putting that attention, putting that focus onto. And Elevate, though, they're going to be able to take out 2 players now, and this is going to be that drop shot battle being won for them. Scary territory as well for Reciprocity, because Reciprocity have done such a brilliant job of being able to stabilize themselves over by E. But this has been all Elevate thus far.
And you know what? I love how Elevate put the marksers down, give them something to work with in this open area.
Get some range.
And that could be something that they could definitely use to stop these fast, quick picks from Reciprocity, right? That markster, as long as you get a smoke on top of that drop shot, that markster can get a headshot from across the map as soon as he lines it up. And also the power weapons are picked up in fixed spots. You can never pick up a power weapon. Oh, headshot.
Ouch, that is going to hurt there, man. You're definitely not going to feel that. You're going to feel that one in the morning without a doubt.
But yeah, you can't pick up power weapons. You got to pick them up in the same spot. So players usually have key areas on the map lined up where they know that if they point their gun in this direction, they can always grab a kill from a player, pick up a power weapon.
Just shows how long these players have been competing and putting the work in on this game. And Elevate, they're trying to bounce back, trying to get back in this game here, Blaze. But Reciprocity are having none of it as they wipe the floor. The last player left alive for Elevate is going to be Exploits, and he is running with his tail between his legs.
But we'll see if this round gets closed out. It's still a lower respawn round. Oh, nice job to Exploits. Oh, you can't do him like that. Folks, it's rated M for mature.
100% calculated. Exploits, he disengaged from the fight. He was the last man standing, and he does the work, all the work to keep Elevate very much in this game.
Now, you see Exploits, he's slowly trying to own this kitchen area of the map, right? In these positions, when you get big double kills like that, or when your team has that man advantage, that also means that you have a map advantage as well. There's some map control somewhere that's open for you to take, and you take that. You hold your right hand, you get that pressure. You want your opponent as far back to their spawn as you possibly can get them, and as safely as you can have them there.
I love the way that Elevator just denying presence on the map to Reciprocity. They're, and whenever Exploit just decides, okay, I'm going to back away, then Reciprocity, they're going to take it. But this just really feels like it is Elevate in the driver's seat the entirety of this game. Reciprocity, it felt like the only reason why they got Kitchen is because Exploits allowed them to have Kitchen. Now they have the drop shot again. They have power weapons. They have map control. They have the points. Everything's working out in their favor here. How is Reciprocity going to deal with this one, especially when Cardia is hitting these shots with the drop shot like this?
And they knew they got a little damage on Vital, so they said pull out the pistols, save the ammo. But
and look at the support.
Elevate with Elevate got 3 kills on the side of Reciprocity. It's only 2 members alive. They got the hill control. They got 2 drops as well.
It's a little bit of an ambitious blind drop shot there, but we'll take those. Cardia doesn't matter because that is going to be the 4th round win for Elevate. I mean, you saw it there in the overhead map. You saw it. Like, for one, that Exploits play was massive. Big Exploits play to be able to keep them live. And is this a listen in?
I don't know. We might throw a listen in. I'm down to be quiet if they're about that life.
Let's see if we hear it.
Well, let's just pray to the Gears guys. We're just going to be quiet.
Yeah,
Let
them talk.
Los empatamos.
Vamos por así, güey.
Yo voy a aguantar el humo y después se los voy a aventar atrás.
Okay, we were debated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. All right, we're back now, folks. But
you hate to see it happen, folks. But, I mean, that is the world we live in. And
hey, we wanted it just as much as you did. So we wanted to back up. Like, hey, do your thing back there.
Yeah, I want to hear Elevate talk. Would have been pretty cool, but we'll just get back into the action here, Blaze.
We got to find Cardia looking to find his kill over on the cover, but another 1v1 for him, but this time it's Vital. Double downs mid-map. Soto comes in to get the revive on his teammate. 4 members down on the side of Elevate. Is looking for Reciprocity to go to match point. And folks, don't forget at home, these respawn timers increasing by 2 seconds every round. So as soon as you win that team fight, it gets easier.
It only gets worse here, and it's going to be match point for Reciprocity. And besides the awkward little listen in there, I mean, that was just an awkward round, I would say, right? Like,
yeah,
Reciprocity just, I don't know, it just felt really weird. It was almost as if Elevate kind of just forgot what was working out very well for them.
Soto 15 downs, Lava 12 downs, and Vital had 11 downs, I believe, all in double digits. Yeah, so Vital got
25
10.
for Kenny.
And I want to see Kenny and Demo. I want to see my Slayers get it done, right? Soto has been a big factor. Soto has picked up a little bit of that slack because I thought Average was going to run away with this one.
Soto's also been winning a lot of those 1v1s that have allowed them to be able to maintain position on the map. So because of that, I mean, you got to give Soto credit there. That's another veteran in this space. He's been in this for such a long time. You cannot sell him short at all. Sure, you may not win the 1v4, but you'll take the 1v1s, and those are the ones that are really going to matter.
Now, Demo trying to protect the drop shot, but it's once again Reciprocity kind of getting into their groove. That's 2 quick kills, make it 3. A drop shot in hand, running for the 4th. Can Avers get it done? But Lava is going to get the final kill on him and say, you know what? You beat me up in the early game, but I'm winning the match.
Well, this is Reciprocity answering back. And they're going to win 7-4.
Soto picking you up big time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give the credit to Soto there, man. I mean, he was a big difference maker. You saw in the beginning of that round even. He was the initial. He won that first battle that was going to open the floodgates to allow Reciprocity to be able to march on through the map. And that is a GG. Reciprocity come out on top.
Oh, man. So, you know what? Depending on what this map 3 is going to have, I'm going to decide my pick based off that, whatever that map 3 is going to be.
Yeah, there you have it. A great bounce back game from Reciprocity, and really,
you can't just change your prediction. You said you said Elevate we're going to win.
I said 2-0.
You said 2-0. So now because it's 2-1, it changes.
Are you changing? Is this the official hop?
Convenient, right? Convenient.
Is this the official hop?
It's not the official hop.
It sounds like the official hop to me.
But what I said was I need to see more from Reciprocity. They had terrible 2K finishes. Didn't see them in the semifinals, nowhere near the last
Look
few
at the
weeks.
backtracking now.
They got
Look at the
smacked by
backtracking.
Optic. I said I need to see something out of them. They waking up.
And they showed you something.
They showed me a little bit something, but it's on the map, right? Depending on what that map is, I'm going to say 100% Elevate or 100% Reciprocity.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Of course, Reciprocity bounces back in a big way. Soto stepping up in a major way, particularly. Soto, honestly, in my eyes, is the X factor of this team. When he performs well, you almost feel the rest of the team rise as well.
Harbor's the map.
I'll ask you, Harbor's map 3. Ribs, I'll ask you before we jump into map 3 here, what really went so well for Soto and Kenny that game?
Well, obviously, Kenny had the drop shot the whole match, right by the taco truck. They were eating well.
Yeah.
And he started off slow with the drop shot. I know, Blaze, you were very hypercritical of that drop shot in that first time he picked it up. After that, he was going 3 for 4, 4 for 4 with it.
A lot of value.
Double kills. And I don't know what he was doing with that front spawn to get it every single time. I think Elevate had drop shot one time.
And
you know what?
Being there for
It's a good cutoff smoke. I think a good cutoff smoke is coming to block off their front spawn. That little stun, if you can get him stunned, Kenny's right in there.
Yes, and that being said, that was their map choice. We saw a masterful performance there on Diner. They got the weapon selection they wanted. It almost seemed they lost that first round of the second half on purpose just to put that drop shot down again.
It never really felt like Reciprocity were in danger, especially when Elevate were trying to mount that, that round by round comeback.
Sure.
I never felt like Rec were in a rough spot. I don't know if I'm wrong there, but it just even at those last 2 rounds, man, like what the hell happened? Like Elevate had so much aggression that were in their face. They were winning their 1v1s, and then out of nowhere they just lost.
Yeah, and you see right now this is a perfect situation. Kenny with the drop shot making an impact. All of Reciprocity absolutely trapping all of Elevate like mice in a mousetrap. And honestly, it showed the entire game. Reciprocity able to maintain control. Nice headshot there from Adverse. Showed some life, but ultimately.
The one time they had drop shots.
The one time they had drop shot. The rest of the time was all Reciprocity. So going in and breaking this one, finishing this one down here, and going into actually map number 3 on Harbor. We don't know whose pick it was just yet. We'll let you know. You could tell based on who is Swarm. That means they picked the map because they lost the faction choice. Who do you think has the upper hand? Blaze, I'll ask you.
Man, the upper hand in this map is going to be Elevate. I'm sorry to say.
So you're sticking to it.
I am going to have
to
stick to Elevate.
He does have a backbone, ladies and gentlemen.
I do. It's Harbor, man. It's Harbor. Whoever's using that secondary weapon down low on the bottom end, that marks it. That's going to be a big key. Latin American teams love this map, and it's the reason why it is going to be our last map of the day.
Yep, that's for sure. All right, Gold Boy, let's keep it going on the line here. Who has the upper
series?
It's hard for me to say, but given how Reciprocity played on that last one, I know I did say Elevate, but I kind of have to tip my hat to Reciprocity. I know you said that you know, the Latin American teams, they like to use those marks, they like that aggression, but I don't know, man. Something about the way that they're playing. If Soto has another big game like this, and also it's going to come down to the weapon placements. What does Reciprocity look to prioritize? I got to give it to Reciprocity. I know I said Elevate, but I got to give it to Reciprocity.
Hey, it's called adapting. Adaptation is key.
You know, not like Blaze. This is a different one. There was some thought process behind this.
Blaze has no thought process, apparently, says Golden Boy.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
You said, I think one key
Reciprocity
point,
made a lot of people believers, though. Reciprocity made a lot of people believers, including Golden Boy map number 2.
It's hard to bet against my boy Ken.
Yeah, of course. The key thing you said there, in my opinion, is all eyes on Soto. And that has been really the calmest criticism of his career has been consistency. With Soto, his highs are very high. Everyone knows he was on that Glory God squad back in Gears of War 3 alongside Explosive, Solars, and Crash. And we'll see. He's done it before. He's been there before. He's a top player. When he's firing on all cylinders, he's playing incredibly well. When he's not, his lows are also very low. Ribs, I'll finish it off with you. Who are you sticking to here for map number 3, and what really is going to be the X factor?
Well, Reciprocity, like I said, they showed that they have Diner down packed. I'm not convinced yet for Harbor. Right now, Elevate, they're still impressing me more with some of the plays they're making. We saw exploits go off multiple times in the last 2 maps, and Cardio has been very consistent as well. And I believe Adverse has been very good in Harbor for a very long time, controlling the bottom part of the map. I'm still going to stick with Elevate here.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say to that point is you mentioned 2 players, Adverse and Cardio. One thing I'll add to that, they're great secondary weapon players. Yeah. They're great with the Marxes. They're great with the hammer bursts. And this is a map, Harbor, where you get to see that skill shine.
Yeah, you get 2 dual spawns on this map, just like Lift, right? Another dominant map. And if these Latin American teams get that opportunity on one of their weapon placements to get Marxes or Botox down, it plays to their play style, their aggressiveness, and it's a strength for them.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, that yes, you're talking about the support play that they bring, but Adverse and Cardio, like, it was really the Nashers that were impressing me the most from them. Yeah. They were just destroying. I mean, that battle with Alava and Adverse, it was Adverse every single time. Every single time, Adverse had his number there.
Yeah, he started out 4-1 versus Lava, but that was only a 2-1 round victory. So it didn't equate into a full victory, a full lead. You know.
That's true. That's true. But hey man, got to give Adverse some credit.
Of course.
Nasty Nash.
Overall, I want to ask you guys this. Of each team, both very high caliber, high skilled players, who has the better individual skill in your eyes?
From what I've seen, Elevate.
Yep.
Elevate.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, Reciprocity, though, I think that they do a great job of allowing each other to be able to shine. Whereas Elevate, I think at any point in time, they could, any of those players can take control of the game.
So like this weapon placement, even though I say the map is in favor of Elevate, and I agree with that because they got multiple chances to get those marks down, if Reciprocity early on focuses those dual spots, those weapon spawns, on the rounds that they lose, it's going to work out for them. If they can block that off or just outshoot them, they can get it, but it's going to be a hard job.
So what you're saying is it's not the individual skill that's going to make the difference.
It's the
Ultimately, it's going to be the weapons.
It's going to be the weapons, yeah. It's going to be the weapons. It's not even, it's 100% going to be the weapons.
Yeah, well, Coach Letnick, all eyes on you here. What decisions will be made? Who put more work into prep? And in that category, Ribs, who do you think has the upper hand?
Right now, it just seems like Reciprocity is relying a lot on Kenny's drop shot. They tried it in Lift. It didn't really work. It worked out very well on Diner. Harbor, I don't know how well they'll be at securing the drop shot. Do they X out the doubles, or do they go right to putting that drop shot down, and can they secure it? If the weapon gets in his hands, I do think they'll secure the round, though.
Yeah, interesting. There's 3 primary weapon slots on Harbor, which means there's 3 opportunities for that drop shot to be placed up top, in the middle, and down low. You can't X out all 3, so you just think at one point we'll see some more drop shot actions now.
Well, yeah. The reason why you said that primary, I was like, on this map, the duels are a primary spot, right? I was like, it's more than 3. That's how I was thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Every weapon counts, and every weapon, of course, will make a difference here in game number 3. Can you believe that on Friday, we've already had 2 games go to a game 3? As you could expect from Mexico City, the action has been brought from these top-tier Gears of War pro teams. We will be jumping in to map number 3 on Harbor. Elevate going up against Reciprocity. Blaze and Golden Boy, take it away.
All right, well, here we go. This is it. I mean, I said in game 2, Reciprocity needed to put up a shut-up. They put up. But I think Elevate, they want to make them shut up here on Harbor. And it's really going to come down, as you said, Blaze, to those dual spawns. But in this first round, it's all about just the straight-up position, straight-up play.
I don't know if I want Reciprocity to win this round if you're a Reciprocity fan. I'll be honest with you. But at the same time, it's like you want to get off to a hot start, but getting dual markers on the map is not a hot start.
No, it's not. I mean, especially if, as you say, right, this Latin American team really likes to
gassing them up a little bit on the markers, but it's rightfully so. But as you see, it's going to be a big fight towards the winch. And crack! I thought he was going to get a double. He got that melee in with the pistol, but Soto ultimately getting into the winch position. Now, Golden Boy, this winch spot, you see the overlook across the whole map. How many fights he can join, how many fights he can disengage and help his teammates. That is such a key spot.
Kenny, well done there from him. He's able to shut down 2 members of Reciprocity. And all eyes, though, are, for me at least, are going to be on Soto, who still manages to stay alive. He wins that battle against Cardia. Finally, though, is going to get traded out against Exploits. And this is going to start Reciprocity's push on forward. We haven't really talked about Vital all that much. He hasn't really come up in conversation.
He plays those dirty roles, right? And Vital actually may be the catalyst to this team. He's going to be the reason why they win, right? And it's going to start with him. And the reason why I say that is because if those dual markers do come on the map, this is his spot. B is his area. This is his domain. And I could be wrong, but I do believe this is going to be his starting position. Now, he's going to have to go toe-to-toe and defend his hill. You see how him and Soto working together in this area of the map. Like, all right, we need to get B while our teammates are making these plays up top. But you're going to slowly see Reciprocity constrict onto Elevate, onto their home hill. It starts from down low, and it starts with Vital and Soto.
They have not been able to win the winch at all, right? With the position where Kenny's going to be lingering currently. It's been very, very rough for Elevate to get any kind of control in that particular area. And because of this, it has been Reciprocity in firm control the entirety of the time. Whether it's Kenny hanging out over here, whether it's Soto, they have the support, they have the cover, and I like that they take their 2 support players, Soto and Vital, they take them down low. I think he's feeling himself right now. So for him to be hanging out by the dock where he is, that one player from Elevate is not going to be able to win out against Vital and Soto here. And Kenny has just been dancing around, but now they're going to disengage, and they haven't lost any players quite yet. But this is still very much going to be Reciprocity, just getting a little bit more control here, or sorry, relinquishing control. But I'm not all that concerned about them because they have the lead presently.
And this is actually, I believe this is going to be a map pick of Reciprocity as well, because they are going to be on a locust side. But B hill being decapped, they hit a few players back up to their home hill, but the pressure is still at B. Yeah, this is a Reciprocity win.
And look at that. I mean, this is exactly as I was saying, Blaze.
This is about to be the fastest weapon placement of your life, by the way.
Well, either a weapon placement or a denial.
We'll see what they do. I don't think.
You think they drop? You think they put the drop shot right away?
No, this is
sorry.
You
think they put the marks? Yeah. Sorry. So the marks is going to go down immediately.
Automatic.
Let's see.
2 seconds off the clock. Oh, they're gonna think about this one.
I've seen faster placements in matchmaking.
They talking about it using their 30 seconds. Say, do we want top or bottom? Which one? They say we want to go towards the top.
There you go. Marks up.
Game time.
Not the fastest,
the real
but it was
map
definitely
just started, by the way. The real map just started.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see if this plays out. But as I was mentioning before, though, right, like Reciprocity, when they realized that they had the numbers, when they had the lead, they disengaged so well. They didn't try and force any unnecessary fights. This is going to be the Reciprocity that I continue to want to see. But now who's going to pick it up on each side?
These veterans are super good at defending positions. So when they know that they have a lead, the veterans on Reciprocity, and they have to just defend 2 hills, that's one of their strengths, right? That's why we seen like about 50 downs in the last map, like from 3 players. So that's their strengths. But Cardia, he's a mobile marksman player, right? He likes to get damage in and pull out a shotgun and win that gunfight. So we're going to see him get mobile compared to players like Sleeper, who like to kind of post up and just put damage in all across the map.
And I like that, right? Like Cardia, he gets up on the ramp, he throws the smoke down, and that is gonna give Chris at that moment to push. Most players are expecting that marksman player to hang back and put the shots down because he's gonna push in. But no, not him. Cardia got on the ramp and then was putting down the shots, and those are some heavy, heavy bullets that you're getting right in your face from that marksman.
He's in the best spot at winch, right? Cardia is in a golden position. The question is how much ammo he has in that marksman, but he has the sight lines. That's why it forced Lava to back up. He couldn't stay there anymore or he would have got pushed. So the 2 hill advantage in favor of Elevate. Reciprocity's only play is pushing through up top, and they're going to commit to this one.
Yeah, they really don't have a chance.
Ooh,
No. Vital, be careful.
Oh, that's all he can sit. He can't. Oh.
Gotta hide. Oh, he's just getting chunked. Vital's at 45%. Oh, man.
He's going to tap him right now. Oh, he has the angle. But I would have kept that pressure, right? That's a stressful situation to be in.
I will say, though, that was not the best thing to do. He ran out of all of that ammo. Granted, they did win that out, but they have no more marks of ammo now.
He made him uncomfortable. That's all they had to do. He did his job. But now you're going to see the push coming in. They're going to get on top of the home hill. Soto has to go big. Yeah. I said he can't clutch 1v3s. But that was a difficult fight to be in. He might have brought his team some time, though.
That's an unfair ask of him. He was literally surrounded by 3 people. I don't think anyone would have been able to win out on that fight there. But you know what, though? I mean, you got to appreciate the analysis there, Blaze. Still, though, it is going to be Reciprocity struggling to be able to maintain control of their home hill and Elevate. They win it. You said this is when the real game starts, and Elevate. They win one, they tie it up.
All right, now, Reciprocity, what you want to do? How are you going to counter that? Where do you want to put the attention on the map? Is it a torque bow up top, one of Kenny's favorites? Is it you're going to go back to the drop shot, get that? Teams like fighting in the mid-map too, right? You go start fighting mid-map. That's but
I actually kind of like maybe some utility mid-map to send that over to
some
Winch.
nades?
Yeah, some nades, you know. It's going to be the long shot.
Okay, and so these are the 2 typical placements for this map.
Yeah.
Because when you have such a big height advantage on the stern, teams like long shot, in-bar, torque bow, depends on what your team's play style is and who's that player is that picking up that weapon and what he likes. But it has a lot of long-range capabilities, and you have that big height advantage. It's the perfect weapon, but that with the marks, you're going to see a lot of precision shooting in this map.
So far, Reciprocity, Elevate, it's really just been neck and neck on the Winch, right? It's kind of a toss-up of who's going to be able to win that.
Hand. It's Lava in a 1v1 spot.
Lava wins that 1v1, and Vital gets that sniper. So that's going to bring things all the way back. And Vital, with that long shot, he's going to hang out by this home hill and see if anyone wants to poke their head out.
Ooh.
Oh, but he does. I think he ended up getting the shot there on crack. Yeah, he was around 20%.
Oh, you can see some feet under there? I didn't know that. I'm learning something right now. Teach me something, Vital.
Hey, man, you learn something new every day.
Get these IG clips, man.
I respect that. You know, you want to be able to you want to get a couple views on there, maybe get the check. I get it, buddy.
Six shots in the chamber.
That's what Instagram wants.
Uh-oh. What you going to do? Don't second guess yourself.
That's right. The second you second guess it. Oh! Vital takes a head off.
You got another one for me? Back to back?
No.
Come on, big fella.
That player knows, though, that both of those guys just know that they were just not in a great spot. Cardia, though. While all that was going on, Cardia does get that kill onto Soto.
That's what that marks as well.
Reciprocity here. They're just going to dive on to this B hill. They should be able to gain control of this one. Reciprocity have a slight lead.
Big 1v1.
Kenny, though, he's going to be in a world of hurt. He ends up getting crossed. That is going to be Kenny's life being taken on that play. They don't have that top control, but it's not really going to matter.
Oh, they OE'd. Demo OE'd. Demo drew 3 players. So Demo, Vital got another headshot, but what Demo did, he allowed his team to get map control. Now everybody can push up. I'm against Vital sniping from that position. You need to, well, actually, I'm not. I want to say you need to get as close to your teammate as possible while Demo has that focus. But he also has great angles, right? This may be the best position in which he can have to help his teammate from.
Can they effectively push this? Because so far, it doesn't seem like Elevate are able to because of Vital. He's been getting headshots, so they know that he's hitting them.
New Snipe's going to be up soon, and it's in the hands of Crack.
He's up, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sniper fight. Oh, I ain't seen one of these in a minute. Oh, Vital ready for it. Vital ready for it. He's like, yo, I'm lined up already. I'm lined up. I'm not even going to show you. I don't even want you to think I'm here just yet.
Soto ate that shot from the long shot.
Crack and Cardia are defending in the stern with Snipe and marks up. Look at him. He wasn't even able to zoom in for a shot.
I will say I did not factor in that second long shot coming into play at that exact moment, but Vital's going to get that headshot onto Cardia.
Oh, Crack is trying to ISO him.
He's got to be careful. Crack's going to push up. He knows that he's going to have Vital a little weak. Because of that, he's going to drop that smoke in now. Snub's going to be out, and he's going to have the assist. Since Demo comes in and basically plays the defensive lineman there for Vital's quarterback. And that is going to keep them very much in this one, and that will be 2-1 for
You know what?
Reciprocity.
I've seen a lot of snipers in my day. I've critiqued a lot of sniper gameplay in Gears of
Preach.
War. I love what I saw out of Vital that round. That was a good round. He controlled
Felt
the
like
pace.
you were getting a little judgy.
I was getting a little judgy, you know?
But then, you know.
He hit shots when he needs to hit shots under pressure, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it was a brief moment there, Rob. It's like, you know, Vital was, he played that bad game. He was keeping back.
He did, but, you know, at first I was like, you know, I do want these teams to control as much of the map as possible, right? But he was super defensive with the sniper, and he played it perfectly, and he hit his shots. He utilized that pistol. They recognized Reciprocity committed to a one-hill capture, so they were playing defensively, and they were a little bit more comfortable, like you were saying in the previous rounds. Once they were able to set up, it was an easy round for them.
I think the other thing, too, right, if you're Elevate, you know that Vital was hitting the shots. And you said it at the beginning of the game, Blaze, that Vital is actually a critical, dare I say, vital part of this team.
I love it.
And it played out really well for them there. Now, though, you're going to have Kenny along with Vital up top. Vital, though, is he going to be able to stay alive? Yes, he is. And that is going to be the sniper right back in his hands. You got to be careful now.
Dare I say he has shifted gears in this map, Golden Boy. Okay. Trip cap domination coming through. High five.
And that will be 3-1 Reciprocity. They're looking good here on Harbor, Blaze. Oh, high five here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I left you hanging for a little.
I knew you were going to get me eventually.
I know. I was very focused on the game. I know the viewers at home couldn't see it. But Blaze, it was about 5 years that Blaze was waiting for that high five. It was like a Barney Stinson just up there.
I thought you saw me in your peripheral.
I know.
Whoa, Golden Boy, that was wild. Hold up, that was wild.
We got a retro
The two most powerful secondary weapons in the game just got placed down. We got snipers on the map as well. It's a 20-second respawn round. This is about to slow down.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. I mean, rough goings. It is a grind because of that retro.
This is execution at this point. It really is.
Basically. All right, well, so the Exploits gets the retro. You got Cardia with that Marxa. Lava picks up the retro for his team. Any shots coming through, and Cardia, I mean, good shot through the smoke. Actually puts down a lot of pressure from Reciprocity, and this is exactly what Elevate wanted. I mean, look at this.
This mobile.
Is just
Cardia.
Nasty.
He's getting
nasty plays.
Even if you get one bullet in on everybody, a marks a shot. It's only 6 bullets in this clip for a reason. Well, 7 bullets in the clip because it's a very, very powerful weapon. But you get one shot on like everybody. Oh, okay. So Vital could cap this in cover, protected. I was gonna say, where's that sniper? I know that sniper's looking for him, but the 2-hill advantage is about to go in favor of Elevate, and it looked like Vital overextended. So he's on his opponent's side of the map. That was a great overextension by him.
Cardia is also going to be in a really rough spot. Can't bounce your way out of that one. Kenny's going to make him pay, and they're going to be able to secure themselves B. Now, though, it's going to come down to the top. You're going to have 2 players of Reciprocity. Demo, Soto working together. Crack's going to engage. He's going to manage body 1, but it's not going to be enough, though, because the trade-out comes in, and Soto's going to be able to take out 1 player there. Nicely done from Adverse on the headshot from Soto. Kenny, though, overextending yet again, drawing this attention from Exploits. But Cardia is going to be right behind, and Kenny does not manage to do enough there.
All right, new marks is up on the map for both teams. Cardia was ready, got his ammo. Demo got his as well. New sniper's going to be next. New retros picked up for both teams. Now Exploits, he's going to try to quick pick that one. But Reciprocity needs to get a smoke up here, and they need to fly. Throw smokes, get loose. Demo needs to lead this pack.
You called it. You wanted the smokes. You got it. But Lava was just getting peppered with shots from the Lancer, and Exploits is getting the headshot on Lava to follow up there. Still, though, 3 members of Reciprocity are going to be up top, and that is a team kill. Exploits takes out Crack. That is going to even the odds just a little bit.
Beautiful.
But Kenny, wait, no. Exploits. He stays alive. He's going to have support. Soto won't be able to stay alive up top.
Was that a 4-piece?
And even though the Nasher shredded his own teammate, it won't matter. It will not matter. Elevate, they are able to get that 5th round.
All right. That was well executed from Elevate. They were patient.
Big round for them.
When you got the retros and the marks, both teams are saying, hey, we can slow it down because we got some strong power weapons that we are able to use to make some plays. But your opponent does as well, right? It's still even across the board. You need a little something else down there by those docks, right? give like nades, incense, something to play for in that moment, and then you can utilize that to control both retros, right? Like you can utilize the sniper to control both markers. So something down there in the mid-round is going to be useful. I like the nade placement. Also, it's a least lethal thing you can put down because there's a lot of lethal things on the map.
All right, well, I don't know if we're going to be in a listen-in here with Reciprocity, but let's see. Let's see if we hear him.
All right, let's throw it up. All right, I think we got debated again, Golden Boy.
Well, I think it's in-house, but it's not on stream.
Okay.
But that's okay.
It don't matter, but we're in this round.
Exactly. Fallout's here to provide the color commentary as well, over right to my right. But all right, well, now the action's going to be taking place up top. Let's see what we're going to get now.
The sniper's still down. Both teams trying to see if they can sneak away with it, but you should be focused on the kills. Kenny threw a back A on the guy on the left and just trying to get away, trying to get some shots in for his teammates. He's going to lose both of them, though.
Can Kenny win this 1v3? I mean, they're going to be surrounding him like piranhas. He does pick up the body, but he won't be able to stay alive. I thought he got the body in time, but he didn't at that moment, and that was going to be Kenny going down there. Soto's going to be hanging out by the winch, but
I don't have enough timers. There's so many weapons on the map that has a minute 30 respawn. You got Incense, Sniper, Empire, Retro, all important, all being tracked right now. It's going to come down to the wire in this one.
We'll keep eyes on it, or maybe not play. 4 seconds. 4 seconds, and the domination now. Starting to see members of Reciprocity begin to flood in now. You have 3 guys just all over that C hill. Shots, though, the cross. I love what I'm seeing from Elevate. They're kind of funneling in Reciprocity, the incendiaries as well. Oh boy, the fact that they managed to stay alive out of that one and get 3 players down from Elevate, that is something.
What I want to see Reciprocity, if they can at least get the Retro or their marks from Elevate, go take their secondary weapon if you can. They all spawn up in 10 seconds. I will be on my opponent's side of the map. I don't want them to get anything. Yeah, you can't let Exploits get that Retro. He wants it. He's like, oh my God, new ammo's coming up. Both teams gonna get their marks, and so now any overzealous push to the other side is not gonna work out for you. Also, since Exploits already has his Retro, he does not have to stand up to pick up that weapon, which is a little advantage in this situation. New Sniper in 18 seconds as well as Incense.
Well, you have 2 Retros for Reciprocity right now. So maybe that can come out into play here, because that is going to be a lot of damage being output by Reciprocity. And Kenny's going to be moving around the back. And I think that if you're elevating, surely you have to be aware of this. You're going to be hearing it.
Oh, that Retro, you can't come up that Retro.
No, you can't, because you're going to be torn to pieces.
You shall not pass.
2 Retros?
B.
A Marksa? There's just so much.
They don't even need sniper nades, right? Like that's the scary part. And that's why a lot of North American pro teams don't put double Retros and double Marksas. They won't even put either one on the board. Maybe Marksas, just because the simple fact is that they know that if they even slip up a little bit, that can happen.
That is rough to fight out of. You're just pushing forward so much damage.
It's a double-edged sword. That's literally what it is.
That's the price you pay when you try and get a little too greedy. But I commend Elevate for going for it. But now we're going to get the reset.
It was ballsy, but I do respect it.
Back to 12-second respawns now.
4v4 fight up top. Oh,
you love to see it.
2v2 at the winch, 2v2 at the stern.
This has kind of been a toss-up between both teams. I mean, I can't really predict who's going to win this one out, though. Adverse is going to get that first blood onto Demo. It's going to go back to his side. Kenny, though, is going to drop back to his, and this is going to go to Elevate. They're going to be able to get E, and they also have the winch.
So Adverse getting aggressive. So he's taking map control, right? He says that even if I don't want to fight them, as long as I come over to this side of the map, you know, they can't get close to my teammates, right? They have to focus on me first. He is the first line of defense, I guess you could say.
And look at that. You basically brought Demo all the way back there.
That's great map control. That's a rotation. That's a good rotation out of Adverse.
Even then, though, as we're talking about the rotations, we're talking about what Adverse was bringing to the table there. It was going to be Reciprocity getting the kills that were going to secure them some more positioning. So despite the best efforts from Adverse, he's going to have to go back over to this neutral hill, the E hill, which they have presently. And Kenny could very well win this one, but a big shot there from Adverse is going to keep them very much in this game for the time being. And they are able to secure their home.
Uh-oh. It's a 2v2 fight up top. The rest of the players are getting scrappy down low, and I take that back. You get another body up top from Reciprocity, trying to get to that E-hill. Cardi is scrambling away, trying to make it back, and he does make it to safety.
I like that Reciprocity just stack some bodies over there and force those players away, because now this is a game about positioning.
Yep.
And given how close this is right now on the points, all about just owning those hills, because those respawns are coming in so quickly. If you're able to get a domination, that's wonderful, but really it's going to be about map control.
I don't care, no matter what the strategy is, you control winch, you can control this map. And that's why Reciprocity stacked that extra guy. They wanted to secure it. And they knew that if they had it, their teammates would be completely safe down low. They forced the fight up here. Well, let's see if Reciprocity can win it. First blood goes in favor of Elevate. Now Cartier snaps onto Demo, but they got another player down. And now they got these 3 players trapped in the winch. They actually got, this is actually the definition of being a mouse in a map trap, mouse trap, but they're gonna group up top and they're gonna fight this team fight on E.
I'm actually really surprised that they managed to let them come back into this. Yeah, they had a lot of Lancers looking that direction, but Elevate were able to fight their way out of that one. They're going to be able to get back into E. Soto, though, follows up with one onto Crack. Kenny gets the kill on Exploits, and Soto goes down. Is he going to have the support as Cardia tries to go in to clean up the kill? He will have some support there as well from Krista, but look at the points. 2 caps, the points are gaining, and this is all Reciprocity. They're gaining.
This is Reciprocity's strength. Late game, right? When you think you got a chance, they know how to shut you down. They know how to secure the round late game if they have a lead.
And it came down to domination, but it would have come down to points either way. Reciprocity now 2 rounds away from shutting down this game and winning it 2-1.
Golden Boy, you made a great prediction changing yours. That was a good
choice. You kind of had to see how Reciprocity played Diner. There was a lot of inspired play there. Ribs did bring up a good point. A lot of it was built around Kenny and how Kenny played with that drop shot. But I got to give Reciprocity tons of credit here, because Elevate, they were getting thirsty with those long-range support weapons like the Retro, like the Marksa, and they're playing their game, and sometimes in some instances playing it better than they were, which I did not expect at all.
All right, here we go. And this is where we usually see those double marks as being placed, right? But in the second half, they like a little bit better on those home hills, so Cardia can get super aggressive down low, and actually it's going to be Exploits. This Exploits versus Lava. Home hill to home hill.
Good old-fashioned shootout while all the activity's going on up top. And
what
it
activity?
Is just Reciprocity. I mean, yeah, you're right, what activity? Clean up aisle 3, because Reciprocity have just littered the ground with blood. It is not look pretty at all for Elevate, who just lost that one out. And that Marksa, Lava, he's going to get away, but he's got himself some support. And as all those members of Reciprocity push, look at that Marksa. That is just going to destroy them as they push forward.
Beautiful
and
round.
Now Reciprocity, they're at map point here, 6-2.
Like I said, they had to play the best team in the game at 2 o'clock as soon as the tournament started at the biggest event of the year. Yeah, some little jitters. It's going to have some jitters in there. I don't care who you are. You're going to have some jitters in there. But now Reciprocity starting to get into their flow.
And I think we're just seeing the evolution of this team as this game went on. I mean, you look at Lift and the 7-4 victory that Elevate had. There were some plans that were being executed by Reciprocity that just were not coming to fruition.
Yep.
And then when they got their opportunity on Diner to do it again, they played their game. And then in this one, they're playing the game of Elevate, and they're still winning. And now you're going to have this boom shot in the middle of the map, and I think this is going to be Elevate just wanting to throw everything at the wall.
This has probably been one of Elevate's favorite maps. They've had called. They've had every power weapon they could have wanted, and now they're deep in their bag of tricks. Boom shot mid-map. Let's see if it matters.
This is a big round here for Elevate. They need to win this. If they don't, it is going to be curtains for them here in the pool play. Crackdo does get the boom shot early on, and he's going to get out of dodge with that one. Cardia is going to open it up with Kenny, and Demo is going to be the next victim. So it does work out. They do manage to secure themselves a boom shot. That is going to be very nice for Elevate here in this critical round.
So you can clean up kills with headshots. Oh, I'm fine with it. You know, sacrifice yourself. You know that your opponent doesn't have any more booms. You got to kill. It leaves your team in a 3v4, maybe a 2v4, but it's very manageable.
That Marksa just destroys anyone that tries to go in and pick up their teammate. You got two members here of Elevate.
He needs to keep it out.
That's right, he does.
And you
That's
see
gonna
why.
be the headshot. I mean, it is such a strong weapon. And in this kind of position as well, I mean, what option do you really have, Blaze? This is literally what Reciprocity did to Elevate.
Like, Reciprocity staying alive is pretty impressive. From my end, I see Elevate bringing all this pressure. They're holding off their excellent teammates. Can you get it done at E? But Reciprocity, they made E their base of operations, their home hill, so to speak. Got all players up top, and they're committing to it to save this round. The question is, will Elevate put another one on the board? It's looking like they're going to get the kills, Golden Boy.
Kenny in a 1v2. He's going to be able to come out on top as he pushes around the right side, gets a little aggressive. Adverse is going to be behind him. Does he get the kill, though? That's going to force Adverse back, but Kenny is going to get headshotted, and Adverse is going to win that one out.
Oh, Adverse, he did good, and it's going to be Elevate controlling the E hill. But you do have 4 players already respawned for Reciprocity. Maybe they try to go for a home hill push. New boom shot is soon, so you want to get the new marks first. And boom shot is 40 seconds or 35 seconds after the new marks pickup is going to happen. So you got to be set up for that. You got to be set up for this boom shot. You get the boom shot mid-round on the second initial, you can come back and win this round if you're Reciprocity. Elevate defending well.
Very well done from Elevate. Cardia with the mark, so just forcing players back. And the boom shot, though, was grabbed by Demo. So now we could potentially see this could be the round, but Exploits gets the kill on Vital. That's going to give them the man. Actually, it will be tied up 4-4 as Crack comes off of the respawn.
Demo's hunting, too. Lava needs help. Lava, somebody should have been over here to help Lava years ago. They need all the hills.
Because now Crack is going to be here.
This is going to be the last hill they get.
This is it. A big battle now. They got to force him out of here. They need to be able to win out on the home, but Crack is going to get the kill on Kenny. And Elevate just might be able to stay alive. It was a bold pick to put that boom shot right in the middle of the map, but I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
Oh,
no.
A second away.
That was very, very close there. Had they executed just a tad quicker.
Demo, if Demo would have executed just a tad quicker, because I'm going to call him out on that one. I saw him kind of trying to help his teammate. Lava needed to help a little bit quicker. You shoot a boom and kill that guy. Lava really gets set up, and you can take that last boom and run straight to E and help your teammate out there right away, but he was a little indecisive with it.
Next round coming in. I think we're in a listening.
I wouldn't even go, so they got the last weapon placement, right? I think you need to just put something up top. You don't have to go for the duels now because Elevate has no more weapon placements. They are at match point or they're going to lose. So they have to be perfect out. So
and I like just the idea of getting the sniper in the hands of Vital. We didn't talk about him throughout the whole series, but in Game 3, he's come to life here. He's 17 kills, 13 downs, very well done from him, 11 deaths. Not a bad showing from Vital in Game 3.
We talk a lot. We've noticed a lot during this map, and we talked about it a few times, but Reciprocity's strength is mid-game. Making the right mid-game adjustments. So
and then that bleeds into the late game as well, right?
Correct.
They do a very good job of that, but the boom shot hasn't been picked up, and I like what Vital did there. He went through the smoke and tried to see if he could punish anybody at that moment in time.
Vital has to commit to that, because what's the worst that can happen? He shoots the ground and kills 3 of you guys? You got to get those shots and commit to that fight. You can't let that boom get away for free. Kenny was chasing and he just paid for it. But
I was going to say, had Vital gotten the kill up top, then that play would have made sense.
Yeah.
But because that did not happen, yes, you got to question Vital not committing through the smoke there. It's very tough, though. It's a very tough play to make because you're going into that one absolutely blind, and you just don't want to go into the smoke.
You don't want the boom to get away, and you want to force the boom. The boom has 2 choices. Either suicide and kill his teammate and you, backpack it and he gets rid of it because you kill him, but he doesn't have good moves. That's why that push is always the smartest.
Vital, unfortunately, did not make the play that we would have liked to have seen through the smoke there.
But it's cool. They got plenty of rounds, right?
Yeah, but they have plenty of rounds until they don't. You know what I mean? And that's where I get a little nervous.
I don't know if they want to use their X just yet, because I know they're going to X out that boom at some point. If it goes around 13, boom's coming off the map, 100%. But I don't know. I highly doubt it will make it there. So Hammer Burst is going to going to come out.
And that's a good support weapon to have on the high ground. Allow your player to be able to get, Vital or Lava or whoever is going to go for that sniper. Just allow them to be able to get that weapon, have that support play go through. I mean, who knows who's going to be here, but let's see what the split's going to look like. It'll be one going over to those marks as recognized, and then you have that boom shot. So you essentially have a 1-3-1 push for this round. Crack gets the boom again. He got to charge that one through, and no one goes through. No one goes through the smoke, and Crack is going to get away with that boom shot yet again.
You need your marks looking over there or something, right? You can't keep giving up that boom shot.
No, you can't, because this is exactly what's going to happen. Now you have members of Reciprocity disengaging from fights. This is just very clean from Elevate.
If Reciprocity survive this, they can win this round, but they have to survive it now.
Oh, he dies with the boom in hand. He didn't see the player to his right, but the domination comes through. And oh boy, I thought that could have been it.
Oh my God.
Is Elevate making the comeback happen?
It's happening. I don't know, man. I'm not. Oh.
Do you shut down the boom in the middle? I think you got to get rid of it.
I just looked to the right. I saw paramedics in the corner just in case, okay? Because if Reciprocity chokes this one.
I know, you got to make sure, man. You got to give him the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, yes you do.
Because there's definitely a boom shot stuck in their throat.
And I don't know if you go. Yeah, you go for the block, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up putting nades where boom is or NCNs where boom is. If it does go round 13, the boom will come off. But Kenny and Vital have to die to prevent the quick pick. You have to.
Crack keeps getting it.
One of them needs to die.
Crack keeps getting the boom.
You know what? The Markster player needs to throw a late smoke. In all honesty, after he picks up the Markster, he needs to throw a late smoke across the other side to land in that corner where these players like to sit. And on this side of the map, it's going to be the left side, right by that yellow box. On the flip end, it's going to be the right side for the other players. But they need something late coming in.
If
Vital committing.
They go for it. They get the boom. They get out of there. But they're going to have two players flying at them. And Kenny's going to get that headshot on the Crack. But they did get the boom. So mission accomplished for Reciprocity. But Elevate, you can't count him out of this at all.
Adverse got sniped.
Adverse has the snipe after getting that kill onto Demo.
Oh, you don't see him.
No.
He almost headshotted him, no? I just want you to know that.
It was a thing that could have happened.
Snipes on the ramp. They're trying to go for the quick pick, but the team fire is just too much. Oh, you got to respect that boom. And it's a Marks up there also.
That snipe is right there.
Oh, they want it. He's going to protect his teammate. Isolation with the boom. Quick pick on the snipe.
And
free
they get
kill.
The other kill onto Krista. This could very well spell doom for Elevate. What a comeback they've had, but is this it, Blaze?
Oh, they got the mark. Kenny was like, oh, he wanted his sniper. That's a down. Woo!
I thought he was going to be able to hit that shot, but still, though, the damage has certainly been done. That player's going to have to back away. Kenny with that
he hit it. He got it down. He connected with that. Crack falls.
Oh, he did.
They have the numbers.
This is where you start to make the push happen. You're dealing with 20-second respawns.
Oh, that's another body shot. Kenny's being annoying.
How does Elevate fight their way out of this one? This is going to be so hard for them to do.
Oh, Kenny's being annoying.
The Cap's coming in, though. You're going to have exploits. He's going to be the last man standing to try and keep this one alive for them as he's dancing around, but it's not going to be enough. And Reciprocity, ladies and gentlemen, it was... Oh, Cardia comes back. He's going to save it at E. Can he win the fight, though? Can he win the fight, though? That's the question.
1v2.
He's going to box
Cardia.
Oh, my God. No. You can't let that happen. Okay, they shut him down, but Crack's going to come in.
Brought time.
You got bodies protecting.
They got snipe as well.
They're still in this game, Blaze. They're still in this game.
Can Crack make the play? Reciprocity needs to keep focused. They need to keep their composure. This is where letting it comes into play. This is where you got to keep the boys cool, calm, and collected, Golden Boy.
I tell you, that's anything but for me right now, because I thought that this was done and dusted. But Cardia with the hero play, man. Jeez, what just so well done from him.
Now you have Elevate looking to sweep this one under the rug and go to a round 13. Cardia positioned up top. The new boom, you can't forget about that boom shot, though. But the snipe is going to be in the hands of Crack. The question is, where is he at? You hope that Crack has some good sight lines, and there you go. He's watching boom, watching across.
I don't know, man.
A few nerves.
I don't know how I feel about this.
A few nerves.
He's going to be the last player left alive. Is Cardia's valiant effort going to be all for naught as the boom shot comes in? 4 seconds left, and that will do it, folks. Reciprocity, after having what can only be the worst heart attack you could possibly have playing a video game, still managed to win that one out.
That was a great one.
And the crowd is booing Reciprocity.
And Demo's loving it. Demo doesn't even care.
Demo's the villain of the weekend. I love it.
The antagonist Demo bounce here. That is a dangerous thing to do, Golden Boy and Blaze, going into Mexico City.
That is pretty dangerous.
Oh, dear.
Wow, especially when you defeat the endeared Elevate squad that almost did it. What a series that was, and how brilliantly was that called by both of you gentlemen, Golden Boy and Blaze. Great match, great showing, and you're ready to hear this crowd booing these guys.
Looking like twins, too. I just noticed that.
And Demo, can we get Demo back on screen, please? Demo is still challenging the crowd here. Oh, now they're sending negative energy his way. They're sending all sorts of negative vibes. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe that.
I don't know, man. To Demo, those are just positive vibes, bro.
Thank you. Keep them coming.
Demo will run off of that throughout a tournament, right? If he's like, oh, the crowd is giving me that much attention.
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, he's going to be a showstopper.
True, but at the same time, when the crowd's against you and booing against you, it's a rough thing to be, a rough position to be in, that's for sure. But regardless, Ribs, we haven't heard from you yet. You see it there.
Action.
You've been in those situations on both sides. You've been a part of Team Envy. I used to call it the Team Envy Special, where you guys bring it back and you're able to secure a comeback win. You've also been on the flip side where you've gotten comebacked on. That's not how you say it.
I think that's it's a word today.
We're just going to roll with it. What's it like being in the situations on both sides?
It was scary for sure. 6-2 going to 6-5. That was very scary. But Kenny and Vital going clutch that match.
Now, it looks like actually we're on stage right now with an interview between Pau and Lava. Pau, sorry about that. Take it away.
She ain't thinking about you.
This is actually a commentated interview. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Lava looking great with a lanyard right now.
I want to know why Lava rolled in that last fight up top versus Exploits.
I don't know why they booing. The crowd can't even hear him.
Maybe they're booing because they want to hear him.
That's dedication, and that's a testament to Mexico City. Because when Ghost Gaming gets up there next, this whole place about to get jumping.
Yes, Ghost Gaming versus Buddy Buddy will be next, so they're getting their money's worth tonight.
Yes, they will.
John, what do you think about Pau's mic placement right now? And break it down for me.
Absolutely exquisite. She's one of the best in the biz.
She really is.
She did a really good job on that one.
Big shout outs to Pau. Nothing but love.
CSA.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be back here.
Hell yeah, one of the good ones.
Momentarily, as it looks like we have Reciprocity, who's 1-1 now in pools.
Oh, we had a technical.
There we go.
Welcome to esports. That happens. Wait, come back. All right, I'm going to start this over again. Lava, that was a very close matchup. You know, coming into here, beating the best second team in Latin America. How mentally prepared were you guys to do this, coming in and, you know, beating a team, a Latin favorite team?
I think we were really mentally prepared, considering we lost first map and bounced back and won the next two. We know these guys are definitely the second best Mexican team, and it really shows. They're a really solid team, but we knew this was a must-win match after we lost to Optic earlier. If we want to go through the winner's bracket for championship bracket, we needed this. So I'm happy we pulled it out.
So having people here kind of banter back at you, shout back at you, is that a distraction for you guys?
Not really, honestly. I mean, we hear like the boos when we won and when we started losing rounds, but we're just focused on ourselves, you know, that's really all it is.
Well, GG's, man, congratulations on that matchup. We got more gears coming your way, so don't go nowhere.
There you have it. Wow. The second interview, 2 points. Second time's a charm, I say.
Second time's a charm, but can we talk about this crowd, man? We're in hostile territory right now, okay?
It's only good. Well, Reciprocity, you better watch
Demo
out.
better be
the
careful.
Bad boys of gears.
When you going out for the tacos later tonight, you got to be careful. And I ain't going to be rolling with you. That's just a fact, okay?
True story. We got tacos
I'm
with
going
them
to
yesterday.
Don Bento by myself.
Is it Reciprocity?
We got tacos with Reciprocity yesterday. Gentlemen, that'll be the last time we join you for dinner.
Oh, yeah, we did last night, didn't we? Yeah.
Go to Don Bento's by yourself, everyone, or Taco Express, whatever, but stay away from wherever Reciprocity is.
All craziness and madness aside, talk about that game. Of course, we have Ghost Gaming and Buddy Buddy coming up next, but let's break down that match.
Yeah,
you have Reciprocity down 1-0. They break it back.
I want to hear Ribs
I want to hear Ribs'
thoughts.
Yeah, so I was thrown for a loop there. I said that it was relying on Kenny's drop shot. It was Vital's Sam's snipe that gave them the spark they needed right there.
And where did he come from, man? Like, he's been quiet this whole game.
He was quiet all 3 maps until he picked up that sniper. And meanwhile, Kenny, without the drop shot, still was the main slayer on that last match.
That's one thing I want to talk about, and that was actually a key point I had written down here. How about Kenny Bounce? We were used to seeing him on Optic Gaming in the past, winning 8 championships with them. We're used to seeing him being in like the 8 to 15 kill categories. He was really a support player for that team. Talk about his emergence as a slayer in the squad.
But Kenny needed to do that, and I always said this about Kenny when he got dropped from Optic Gaming. I said that, hey, this could be better for him, right? He was smart getting the dirty stuff done for Optic Gaming, right? The supporting, covering lanes, because he's a smart player like that. But in this situation, you need the best of Kenny, and that's Slayer Kenny. You need him first to the fight, getting the job done, making the plays. That's his origins, and that's what he does best.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Kenny, also known as Dewey by this Mexico City crowd last year, as you all remember the Dewey chants from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Take a look at Kenny, take a hard look, and tell me he doesn't look like Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle.
I can neither confirm nor deny my opinion on the matter.
Shots from Mike, but I think it does say a lot about him. He can mold. He has the emotional intelligence to take a step back and really put his ego aside with a team like Optic Gaming. When he needs to turn it up, he does exactly that. I'm sure you'll see it in these replays.
Something, though, that we need to highlight is how Elevate managed to exploit Reciprocity with that boom shot placement.
Yeah, I was seeing. Go ahead.
What happened there, Ribs? I mean, like they never were able to get in there.
Blaze caught on to it with the late smoke for sure. I was seeing a great late smoke out of Elevate that was helping them get the boom shot.
Yeah.
Not right away. It wasn't necessarily a quick pick.
So the Marks was kind of giving.
No, they were saving their smoke. One of those two guys in the middle, and then finally Kenny adapted, and they ended up doing it. They got the boom that last round. It got very scary, but they ended up taking that 7-5.
The change in strategy there for Reciprocity. I don't know if it was Letnick or who it was that called that strap, but they go for a quick pick on that boom. Someone through Elevate was able to sneak through that smoke, sneak away with an elimination, a kill, and a little trained elsewhere.
I know. We have that problem.
We do. And still, Reciprocity is able to come out with that win. Where did you guys see that round?
I didn't hear you, John.
Oh. This car is too loud.
But I did want to make a comment, towards Ribs, that when it came down to that smoke, that it takes a very veteran player to realize what's going on and why you're losing rounds and when the smoke is too short.
Yeah, they gave themselves quite a cushion being up 6-2. Four rounds later, finally they were able to take that round. And on top of that, I want to know if it was Letnick's idea to put a snipe instead of a drop shot, because a snipe versus a Marksa is better than a drop versus a Marksa, because a Marksa player isn't going to want to shoot all 3-4 shots when there's someone staring at him with snipe. Maybe that's how Sam was getting his headshots, on someone trying to use a Marksa, someone trying to use a retro shot. So that was very good on them to put a snipe.
We got to talk to him.
This might pay you
we got to
big
have a debrief.
Yeah, that's the debut of Coach Letnick right there. That was the debut.
Beautiful job for Letnick. You got to give her props. She played a part of that win, and she got it done for him in the late game.
Of course, Blaze. We, of course, had a chance to team with both Letnick, the coach, and Kenny. Yeah, all three of us, actually, and Kenny as a player. But it goes to show how great of a performance they have made and how good of a job that Reciprocity is doing right now. Of course, upcoming next, we'll have Ghost Gaming versus Buddy Buddy in just a moment. Guys, your thoughts on that one? Just say cut to it.
This crowd's about to go crazy.
Ghost Gaming all day, all weekend.
I don't know if you guys hear it. I'm sure you do. But this crowd's insane. When Identives comes out and Ghost Gaming comes out, it is about to become unglued. It's almost as if Dwayne Johnson's going to be walking through here.
The Beatles, indeed. We've been calling them the Beatles all day long, and certainly that is true. Ghost Gaming will be making their debut on the main stage against Buddy Buddy. It'll be a rival match, and boy, it'll be a good one in just a bit. We'll be back, guys. I didn't hear you, John. Okay.